500 malwares off this computer.
Doesn't even seem like that many.
There's quite a few malwares.
Dumped them at the curb.
Yeah. I want
a whole bunch of good Kingdom Hearts chat one week.
Yes.
I've heard that malwares can wear bad sometimes.
Okay.
That was a language joke for you, uneducated swine.
That's right.
I didn't get it.
Mal is French for bad.
Oh, when that camera plugged itself, it changed.
Malware.
Wear bad. Well, that probably.
If you keep explaining it, one of these times it'll get funny.
It's gonna hit.
Bum bum.
Bum bow. There we go. We're back. We're good.
We're here.
Hey, hi. It's great. Nothing's gonna break today. It's gonna be the greatest day ever.
Have you done any shows since the last time this broke?
We did one upstairs.
Oh,
should I try and have the chat open? I think if we want chat, I think we'll have to.
There's a touche man.
I think we'll have to get it of our own accord. I'm gonna have it on my.
Yeah,
phone
you
here.
think the computer can't handle this?
I legitimately think the computer cannot have a web browser.
You can't handle the chat.
Quite literally.
Yeah. I can switch with someone if they want to watch chat on the computer. I never do.
I mean, I don't think we can even have it on the computer.
Oh,
it's too risky. It's too risky. Did you know the processor in this computer is like an... ever since I've been building computers, processors have always had 4 digits. So like an i7 would be the, it's an i7 whatever SKU, and then it's a 7700K or whatever.
Yep.
This computer is an i3 54. That's it. That's all it says. 54. I've never heard of it.
It just runs Minesweeper.
What is an i3 54? I've never heard of that.
Look at how crisp that picture is. It's a crisp picture.
Yeah, is it real?
No, it looks good.
Real high def? Real high def?
Kev looks whiter than sin.
Yeah.
It's
the light.
It is the
not
top
light.
light. There's nothing we can do about the top light.
It's the ball.
It looks okay. It looks all right.
The light shines off.
I powdered up today too. So
Did you? Really? So did I, and we're still super shiny. That's embarrassing.
One day I'll bring in my 2 studio lights, and we'll keep this light off.
Do they have like the big diffusers on the front? They're like you can have them point right in your face.
No, because they're
without...
just LEDs. You don't really need to diffuse LEDs. You got to diffuse like light bulb light.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess LEDs kind of have a diffuser built onto it.
Yeah, I can turn it down.
Bong.
I have that one on my camera, but it doesn't. It works okay.
Top lights are bad.
You can see
There's
it on
your
my
TV
glasses.
tip.
Top
Never
lights?
have a light above people.
I put one below at home now. I have one that sits on the ground.
That's for
and
comically
lights the side of the
spooky
beard.
ghost stories.
Yep.
Yeah.
But they're all red. They're all orange light bulbs. So I don't know. Talking. Reckless. 262.
That's your boy.
Picture.
Live.
I have a more recent one that's better, but they refuse to use it for some reason.
you can't.
I don't know. Can he? Can he really not can't?
I didn't put the ID number on there. I just put his picture.
Oh, it's better.
Not that I think you can do anything with that number anyway.
I don't think you can.
I could steal your identity with that number.
Is this like my employee ID?
I have no idea.
Probably.
It's your social security number, social insurance number.
Oh, it's my garage code.
0001.
Yep. It's just my name spelled backwards.
That's way
Nod
smarter
narb.
than mine. What is it?
Nod-narb.
Where does the X go?
Okay.
Uh,
No, we're not.
Oh, yes, we are.
Can't get back into
Oh, brother, we never. What if I told you we never got out of it?
No.
What if?
Never happened
What if
in the
we've
first
always
place.
been here? What
not,
if?
not until fucking Kingdom Hearts 2 stream goal.
Yep.
Dude, yeah, we have to
Then
stop
it can
talking
come
about
back.
it until then.
We're only $200 away from it.
Good, then we can start talking about it next month.
We might actually hit it. Man, having the chat on the phone's rough.
Just put it on the computer. It can take
It's bad. It's not worth the
It can
risk. It's
take
not
it.
worth the risk. I don't think it can take it. I'm gonna be watching this thing like a hawk
It appears that you did not leave your computer on.
today at home. I did not. Shit. No, sorry, buddy. I did not.
Well.
I did not. I was doing laundry and doing chores before I came. Chores!
Feeding the geese.
Feeding the geese, if you know what I mean. Apparently that's code for masturbation.
it's not enough vowels in my
I didn't
name to
know
make
that.
this work.
I
mean,
surely there
I had
is.
it at Rock's Dab, which was great.
Where's the? You need
but
an
then I
N
needed
yeah.
2 N's.
How about Rocks and Dab? Let's put that in and right. And then eventually it gets
Rocks and
apostrophe.
dabbing.
Apostrophe.
Well, eventually it gets apostrophe.
I need 2 N's.
Rocks and dabbing.
Brandon. Oh, yeah, you're right. Yeah, rocks and dabbing.
Rocks and dab.
Nailed it. Speaking of Kingdom Hearts, there's a song at the end. You know the song at the end of Kingdom Hearts 1?
Oh, yeah.
Good. I want to...
That song is at the beginning and end of every Kingdom Hearts, I think.
Really?
I think so.
If you think that's something, Warren, I'm going to start this podcast with...
Let's start it.
Yeah, all right, let's do it. Let me just pull the lyrics. Is it just called Simple and
Are
Clean?
you doing
It
the
is.
point? Was that only for last week because there's only 2 of you that you did the .01 thing?
Yeah, that
What?
was just because I was really high and I demanded that we have
What?
a bunch of stupid bullshit.
Oh,
Yeah.
yes. It
On
wasn't
the
a proper podcast. The goal for podcast 03 is up right now. There's only 2-person. It was like a podcast for babies, for children.
Gotcha.
Okay.
I mean, if a baby or a child got as stoned as we did on that show, then
You can't.
that's some bad parenting.
I was like a 6 out of 10.
Just put the N's together, side by side, and make 1 N sound.
That's a bold maneuver.
Ban.
It's not visually appealing that way, though.
It's true.
Hurts the brain to look at.
Bad mouthfeel.
Bad mouthfeel indeed.
All right.
I'd like to feel your mouth bad.
What?
And there's number 3.
Fucking took that one a little too far.
The third gayest thing. All right, let's do it. Welcome to the show. It's February the 25th, 2019, episode 262 of the Talking Reckless podcast. Hi, my name's Matt. I'm joined by Kevin Byer.
Hey Matt, how are you?
I'm very well. Thank you for asking. How are you?
I am also very well, thank you.
Of course, Warren Barris
What?
and Brandon Lynch
Branoxed.
would be your
We're
not doing this.
name.
We can't.
Yes, we can. Warren, I love Kingdom Hearts, and I think you will too.
No, you don't.
It is my favorite game. We lost some of the podcast from a couple weeks ago, and we lost like 2 hours of me extolling the virtues of Kingdom Hearts.
That's a shame.
There's a song that they play at the end of that game, which I think really encapsulates the experience. I'm going to read you some of it here.
The lyric? You're just going to read the
I'm
lyrics?
going to read some of the lines. Yeah, I don't actually know the tune, but it starts. When you walk away, you don't hear me say, "Please, oh baby, don't go." Simple and clean is the way that you're making me feel tonight.
Okay.
It's hard to let go.
I'd rather feel that than complicated and dirty.
Okay, I suppose.
Yeah.
I suppose.
What about simple and dirty?
That we could talk about that.
Yeah.
Here's the first proper verse.
What the fuck was improper about those last ones?
Well, that's the hook. That's the hook.
Okay.
They repeat that. The chorus, if you will.
Okay.
Verse 1. You're giving me too many things lately.
Okay.
You're all I need. You smiled at me and said, "Don't get me wrong, I love you, but does that mean I have to meet your father?"
Wait,
Don't get me wrong, I love you, but does that mean I have to meet your father?
I mean, not necessarily.
When we are older, you'll understand what I meant when I said, "No, I don't think life is quite that simple."
so dude
Dude's the
doesn't want to
fucking-
meet his father.
And then we hit
Meet
it.
her father.
And then we hit it again with the chorus. Simple and clean is the way you make me feel tonight.
I think this is a different song than I'm thinking.
Do we know
Yeah.
who this is in regards to? Is there somebody in this game that he is specifically singing it to?
No one is singing it to anyone. It's just like the closing credit montage.
Is it the game to you? Is that what the game is?
Yeah.
So the game does not want to beat your father.
I don't want to meet the game's father.
Oh.
Even though I love the game, but I'm worried that I have to meet the game's father.
No, I think it is the game talking to you, because I
Yeah.
think the game loves you, but doesn't want you to meet its father because the game is just interested in fucking you.
Simple and clean, Kevin. Simple and
Hey,
clean.
then you can
all right?
fuck simple and clean.
Simple and clean.
I
don't
feel
know.
like coming out and saying, "Hey, I just want to fuck," is a simple and clean way to go into that.
It might be. I feel like that's simple and dirty. I feel like that version of the song is called "Simple and Dirty."
Sure.
Like, no, we don't got to meet my father.
That's
Let's
not
do
how you
this.
wanna
Let's do
complicate
this
it.
thing. Yeah,
We here to fuck game, or are we here to
tough to say.
fucking play games?
That's really stuck with me since the end of Kingdom Hearts. I've really been thinking a lot about.
Now, can you please use those lyrics that are still in front of you and sing it to the tune of the Smash Brothers song, please?
Okay, hang on. I get back to the lyrics here.
This is a Talking Reckless remix.
That's okay.
Fresh one.
Yeah.
Remix.
When you walk away, you don't hear me say, "Please, oh baby, don't go."
This literally could be the
works.
Smash music.
Simple and clean is the way you make me feel. Tonight it's hard to let go.
It's good.
Nailed it.
Well, that's pretty good.
Scene, verse 1.
Perfect.
Shut the showdown off of that.
If it helps you get hype for the next one, Skrillex does a song in the third game.
Oh, that helps me get hype.
I don't know if you're kidding or not.
I'm not kidding.
Okay.
Tremendous. I mean, Skrillex does songs in some of my, no, I won't say favorite video games, but
he talks about the Lost Boys. Mm-hmm. That's a Disney thing.
That's the Disney thing. He was like stoked. I read an interview where they told him, asked him if he wanted to do it, and he was like fucking over the moon.
The man's a Disney fan, even though Hook's not a Disney property. But that's details. Minor details.
I don't even know who are the Lost Boys.
They're from Peter Pan.
Peter Pan's group.
Oh,
It's his
yes,
gang.
yes, I got you. Yeah, the children. Never
Shout
mind.
out to all my Lost Boys.
Rufio and the gang.
He
Bangarang.
sacrifices them.
Yeah, it's true. That's how he
for
keeps his
victory.
eternal life.
Have the greater numbers.
How do you think Pete stays young?
Rufio.
So Kingdom Hearts 2. Announcements. Stream announcements. Speaking of Kingdom Hearts 2, it's a stream goal for February. We're close. We're really close. So it's final push. Final push this month. We have the podcast left
Short month, too.
for a goal. Yeah, we're really close to the podcast. We are just a stone's throw away from the podcast. And then and then Kingdom Hearts, and then a totally unbiased playthrough, which we'll see if we get that far. But
So Kingdom Hearts is not the unbiased playthrough?
no, Kingdom Hearts
a
is its
goal of its
own
own?
thing. It isn't even the last
I
one.
see.
It isn't even like top of the tower.
See.
It is.
It's almost as if someone likes playing the games and
It
wants to
is.
make it easier.
It's just
Listen,
kayfabing the whole thing.
I like the things around the game. I
Sure.
like I started on my Simple and Clean research project. I started looking at a little other pieces of lore, just kind of not on purpose, but seeing things. And that game goes some places.
Oh, yeah.
Which I should maybe see some of that stuff because it sounds pretty stupid
Yep, it's
in the
very
way I
stupid.
love.
Yes.
It made me very sad because I very intermittently watched you play the first one. Like, didn't watch a whole lot of it because it just personally wasn't doing anything for me. I'm not a fan of that game
It is,
myself.
it's a very frustrating game to play and maybe more so to watch.
But I got in when you were fighting that ghost thing in Hook's chambers. And Goofy's thing that he says when he does that attack. What I don't remember what it was.
I think
but-
it's just help, maybe. Help! Or
Yeah.
Sora!
yeah,
Because
whatever
your
he
character's
says.
name's Sora.
He does that one attack and then spins, I think, and screams something. And I was like, "Ha, that's kind of funny." And I didn't realize, but he says it a lot.
Literally
And
every
you're
time
like,
he does
"Oh,
that.
that's the stupid." I'm like, "Oh, it's already jaded him." Well,
Yeah. Yeah.
well, that's a shame.
He only does his trademark like his wahaha, like his fucking laugh yell thing. I only ever heard it the one time. Right at the very end.
He seems to be the brains behind that operation.
Yeah.
Just terrifying.
More and more so as the series goes on.
It's true.
Where you're
Terrifying
like,
thought.
it is scary that we're not qualified to lead Goofy into battle.
There's a spot late in that game where Donald and Goofy turn on you Sora, and go work with the douchebag.
Yep.
And then Goof later is like, I was just funning, Sora. I was with you the whole time. Donald is fucking for real turned heel.
Yeah.
Donald has to be like talked back around. He's like, I'm not going back with that loser.
Yeah.
Forget it.
He fucking lost his sword.
Doesn't even have the Keyblade. Fuck him.
That kind of makes sense. Donald was sometimes the villain.
He blows.
Well, and Donald was about the mission.
Right.
The mission was find the Keyblade wielder and stick with him. Sora lost Keyblade. Donald's
Mickey.
like, fucking, we're going. We're fucking going.
Even before that, Donald's like taking the ship down because
Yeah,
Sora's
but that's
like,
just
I'm the
Donald.
Keymaster, land there, and Donald's like, no, nope.
Donald,
Crash.
that's Donald. Donald wants to drive the ship.
Donald.
Don't bring
blows.
Donald if you.
Don't bring Donald.
Yeah.
Full stop.
No.
So yes, we're very close to Kingdom Hearts 2. Also, if you find yourself on the Epic Store, put when you go to check out or whatever, it'll ask you for a creator tag. If you wanted to put EADS in there, EADES, that would be super duper. They give a % of the purchase back to the creator, and it helps support the stream.
Does that count for Fortnite stuff?
Why, yes, it does, Warren. I think it's when you spend V-Bucks, it said. Maybe whenever you spend...
Buy them, maybe?
Yeah, it specifically says spend
Okay.
in there. Full disclosure, I don't know too much about how it all works, but when you go to checkout, it'll ask you for a tag. Throw Eads in there. That's my name. E-A-D-E-S. Do it. Otherwise, the money goes to Ninja.
Oh, fuck
Don't-
that guy.
yeah.
Defaulted
Don't do it.
straight to him. Jesus.
I-
I mean, I assume it is. I can't say that with certainty, but I'm just assuming it is.
I had a dream last night that I met him. I don't know why I had this dream, but I did.
What color was his hair?
It was
What-
blue. Yep.
Probably
Super
Checks
Saiyan
out.
God, Super
that,
Saiyan
that
Ninja?
might have been real life,
I
actually.
forget.
Yeah.
He said something. I don't even remember what it was, but I ended up punching him in the face. Felt really good. Felt really good.
Tried to get you to floss.
Yep. Yeah, it was good.
I mean, listen, he knows his brand, and he did it very
He
successfully.
did not choose this life.
This life chose him,
That's
exactly. I don't. Have you seen the video?
The bullying thing.
The New Year's Eve one?
Yeah, the
Yeah.
New
Where
Year's
he
Eve
tries
one.
to
where
make the
he's
people floss.
trying to get the crowd to like do the Fortnite dance and
No.
just completely no song. Listen, I don't like flossing. I don't particularly care for Ninja. I would have thrown that man a bone if I was in that crowd. I would have been like, okay.
Fine.
I think
You-
at some
you-
point you need to be down in that crowd and appreciate how fucking stupid it's gonna
Yeah.
look.
Oh, yeah.
And be like, I don't want to floss, but if all of us are flossing, it's gonna be great.
Exactly.
Everybody's just looking around, seeing who the first person to start doing it
Everyone's
is.
just a little embarrassed to be
nobody
that first,
started.
first guy with their shirt off. It's that same thing. First one to floss, boom, everyone's doing it.
No.
You know who doesn't mean floss is Brandon Lynch.
Yes, he does.
He actually
I
is
don't
very
fucking
good
floss.
at it.
Yeah.
And it's probably because kids do it to him around the camera all
It
the
is.
time.
That's why I was the first one to start dabbing too.
Yes.
The kids just show me the way.
You're our
and
portal.
I'm like, let me go show this to all my old men friends.
Our portal into youth. I have to like think about it. I have to for real. It's the drumming thing of I can't make my hands and feet do independent.
do it.
I can't.
I can do it for maybe like one or two transitions, and then it's
kinda
gone.
lose
I
it.
lose it
Yeah.
immediately. If I try and speed up, there's nothing.
It's easier if you do it to a beat. I'd recommend maybe making some space in your home and laying down some sort of fat track.
Yeah. Any
and
good
you're just
recommended?
TikToking.
You as an expert. So TikTok is you're saying is the best
Kesha.
track to.
I'm saying
okay.
yeah, use Kesha.
Dope.
No, that's a pretty
Yeah,
slow
that'll
one
work
to
though.
learn too.
Yeah.
And it's got a little. You can slow it down. You can speed it up.
Yep.
There you go. Dab or no, sorry. What are we
Floss.
doing? Flossing.
Flossing.
Flossing 101 with Brandon Lynch.
How's your floss, Kev?
Never tried. Probably never will.
Sounds like now's a great time to try it.
I mean, I remember a time when you said you weren't going to dab, and here we are, known dabber Kevin Byer joining us around the table.
Man doesn't dab.
And has never dabbed.
At least not that can be proven.
This bottle has said this for the better part of 5 years now.
No dabbing.
No dabbing.
No
right on the
dabbing.
bottom of the thermos, yeah. I don't want to see any dabs out there.
There's another version of dab, which is the shattered marijuana dab.
Yes, doing dabs.
Which I thought that rig upstairs was for that when I first came in. I was
Oh.
like, oh, Kev's getting into the dabs now.
I guess technically that could be. I would just have to change out the bowl
The
piece.
bowl-
yeah.
That's what
I've seen Kev dab and do dabs.
It's not. I can't.
At the same
Neither
time.
could I. No, I
at
was
the
too
same
chicken.
time, no.
I was too
they're
chicken.
they're fucked.
We'll should.
Oh, yeah.
We'll bring it up if on next podcast. We
Yeah.
should have a little talk about
I did them
doing
once.
dabs.
I don't know if I'll ever do them again.
I've never done them, but I'd try them. But the opportunity I had, I just got shook. Because you're like, you're heating metal till it's red hot, and you're dropping things on things, and it is drug-ass drugs. Like,
And they'll get you.
I've said it
Still
before.
feel good about
oh, yeah,
yourself.
and
You feel
also,
like a criminal.
Also, one of the guys who did one before me just went to bed, like, immediately after, where he's like, I gotta go to sleep. So I was like, yeah, I think I'm good. I think I'm okay.
Bonne nuit.
That's French for all our English-speaking audience out there. Warren will be doing the French track tonight, and I'll provide the English shortly after that.
I believe
good
that
night.
was good. Yes.
That was because candy is bonbon, so that was can night. That was the first half of the word candy. And hey, how about those video games? Or what you all been doing? Anybody do anything? Nerd? Do we have nerd trivia today?
We do.
Oh shit!
fuck.
We have the complete catalog of nerd trivia.
We should probably start with Kevin.
Let's do it.
Yeah, all
and
right.
his doings.
So last weekend was the 15th annual Nerd Olympics.
Wow, have you been at every one?
No, I've been to. I honestly don't know how many I've been to.
Many.
7 or 8.
Were you at the first one?
No, absolutely not.
I was 12 when those started.
Yeah,
Makes you think.
I was 21. Yeah, when those started.
Good.
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 So yeah, that was last weekend. I managed to pull out 3rd overall in the medal standings.
Wow,
Okay.
nice job.
Boo! Boo.
It was it was a surreal moment. There was one person ahead of me. She had one more medal than me, and if I didn't medal in nerd trivia, she would have been the first ever woman podium.
Good thing you
So,
shut that
yeah,
down. Wow.
Shut that down.
For that.
Nerd Olympics
Shut it
almost
down.
lost all its credibility right there.
Cold day in hell.
Yeah, so there was a fun moment where I won that last medal and just got to rub it in her face because her and I are specifically competitive with each other.
You should have rubbed your dick on it.
Okay.
But
There's 4.
Always the first one. It's always dicks out with this guy. Immediately. Dicks out.
so yeah, rundown of the events that I can remember because I didn't actually pull up the list and I'm not going to remember all of them.
Sure.
Soul Calibur 2.
I heard
course.
I heard it was an upset.
Yeah, I got knocked out in the first round.
Didn't you also get knocked out early at the Rumble when we played that game? Or did we not play that game? We played Ace.
Oh no, I
We
won.
did?
I won
You
that
won
game
that
at the
one.
Rumble. Oh yeah. That was...
Did he? Did you?
I won
Yeah.
a fighting game that I had no business winning. I just
You
don't
won-
remember
You
which one
won
it
the
was.
other bracket because we were in opposite
Yeah.
brackets. But
Gotcha.
yeah. So Soul Cal 2, I got knocked out in the first round by someone who was doing like frame perfect throws as soon as I would stand up. She would
Nice.
just like throw me, and I would.
She practiced. She
I
came in prepared.
that was one of the people who was hosting this year, so she had access to all the games. So I think practicing
those
was
people.
involved. I mean, you do what you do.
Yeah, no, I would prepare. I prepare when I compete. I practice.
Got to go in dry.
Yep.
That's what they say. That's what they say. Yep.
Clean and neat.
Simple,
Simple
clean,
and clean.
and dry
Go on.
is the way you're
hard
making
and
me
blistering.
feel tonight.
Bite the pillow.
So there was also a, you guys know, PAX and the Omegathon. So in PAX they do this event where it's like rounds and rounds and rounds of different games. So everyone will be in the first game, and then it slowly eliminates to the last game. So the first game in our version of it was Donkey Kong, the original.
Like Mario up the ladders or
Yeah.
Donkey Kong? Okay.
Like Mario Up the Ladders, rescuing the princess from Donkey Kong. And it was distance run. You would get one quarter worth of lives, which ended up being like 3 lives base, and then if you get past a certain point threshold, you get more lives, kind of thing. So I made it the farthest of anyone.
Oh shit.
Obviously, made it to the 4th stage
That's pretty good.
on
Pretty good.
on one old credit there.
I could have pushed you on that one.
Yeah, you think so?
Yeah. Pushed you. I don't know if I could beat it. 4 is where I die usually. So
Yeah, I had to get told what to do on level 4 because
with the plugs.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's exactly what
Yeah.
level it was. Yeah,
Yeah.
and ended up not jumping over top of one of them as I was walking over it, and then just
Oh,
fell.
and then just fell down.
Yeah, just
That's
fell
not
down.
fair.
Well,
Yeah. Didn't,
That's a
didn't
bad way
know.
to go.
Didn't know
Yeah.
how that worked. So won that one. Then the next round was GoldenEye.
Which you're
not
old
my-
hand at.
Oh
by
yeah,
now.
no, I was
Not my game.
it's a bad game.
It's a old game.
It doesn't
it
hold
was-
up well. You're right.
no,
It
it's
was a great game.
Like Kingdom
hard.
Hearts.
It is
It doesn't
hard to
hold up
play
well.
It was a race to 10 kills. I think I had 10 kills when second place had 3.
Oh shit.
So that was just not a
In the buyer
competition.
zone.
Third round was Mortal Kombat 2 for Super Nintendo.
That's a good one.
Perfected the guy who I played against.
Nice.
Flawless victory at him.
You're heating up. You're heating up at
that
this
guy was
point.
not happy.
Hit him with the fatality as well.
Yeah. Fourth round was fourth round was Rock Band 3 guitar on medium.
Oh,
On medium.
we've trained you.
So this was
So what, did everyone tie with 100%? Or?
no, there was 4 of us who were doing it. We were breaking it down into brackets for the final event to see who would medal in this category. So this was actually the day after we did the Rock Band stream, because we did the Rock Band stream
Right.
a week ago.
Yep.
So I'd been playing Rock Band all night, and they're telling me, and all the categories for this event were blind, right? Nobody knew what they were going into. So when they announced it was Rock Band, I'm like, Well, there's an easy medal.
Was it all the same song? Like everyone played the same song?
They broke it up into 2 sections, so 2 people played one song, and then 2 people played a different song. We both did Smash Mouth songs.
Excellent.
All
As you
star.
should.
Mine was All Star. The other one was whatever the fuck the other Smash Mouth song is.
Now I'm a believer.
No.
Walking on
yeah.
Sunshine?
No.
No.
It's walking on something. I don't know.
Air.
Maybe.
The Edge.
Probably not. I don't know. But yeah, the other Smash Mouth song.
Thin ice.
And yeah, I missed one note.
Shoes.
Good.
Oh.
Mostly because
Embarrassing.
I was jumping up and down and
They were
like,
rocking out.
Yeah.
playing
well
with
worth
the
it.
guitar behind
Yeah.
my head.
Putting on a show.
You had those
Like-
fools.
It was on fire at the time, so I mean, I could probably miss one.
Doing like the full hand windmill strums.
Sure.
Walking on the Sun.
Walking on the Sun, that's the one.
Might as well be walking on the sun. Bam, bam, bam.
We should get that one on 4.
Sure.
Any excuse for
We
more
got that
more
Rock
Smash
Band.
Mouth.
We got that 3 import. Oh, you should have grabbed their 3 disc so we could.
Oh, he's
try
got
and
so many downloaded
figure out
songs
that
on his
fucking-
3 thing, so it's.
We should just grab his.
I wish I could
Steal
steal his. I wish I could. He plays it on Xbox too, so if there's a way to do it.
It should have been the 3rd place
Would
prize.
be his profile, though, wouldn't it?
I don't know how any of that
That's
stuff
why we
works.
use mine, because I had a
it'd be
bunch
the
of deals.
profile, yeah.
But I think if you go on your 360 and log into your profile and put in the Rock Band 3 disc, then you can go and do that import. Maybe.
So I'll do it then.
Yeah.
Tonight I'll
We
do
should
it.
try it. We should try it.
Yeah, one of these days.
That'd be dope. I think it's like $5 for that entire disc or something. Should be rad.
So anyway, some of the other ones were Contra 3, which was a Super Nintendo, like bullet hell shooter kind of thing. I was teamed up with Colin of the podcast,
Ah, yes.
and he was not good.
Oh, no.
So it was
Well.
the team combined score for the team. So I think I got like 74,000, and Colin got 4,000.
It's better than 0,
Yeah,
I guess.
better than 0,
I
but
guess.
3rd place ended up being like 82,000 combined.
just
So
missed it.
if Colin would have survived for like literally 2 more screens, we would have got that medal. Fucking guy.
Come on, fucking Colin.
I know.
Just talking reckless Olympian. Should represent us better.
Yeah. Next time we can bring it
Go
home.
fly in the colors. Yeah.
Fuck, what else was there? There's Mario Kart 8.
Yeah, the new
The
one.
Switch one, yeah. Yeah. I'm not good at Mario Kart, so
Me neither.
that
We've
was
done all right at that.
that was just a total wash for me.
You've named several games that I won at the Rumble 2 years ago.
Oh shit! You guys are always more than welcome to come next year.
What Mario Kart did we play at the Rumble? 64?
Yeah.
64.
Yeah, because you tried to do the...
The skip.
And it fucked you.
Yeah, I managed to hit that skip when we were
true.
playing.
I hit it once too, I think.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't remember.
I couldn't get the super skip. I remember trying to do. There was an easy one on Wario
Oh,
Stadium
yeah,
and then a
that's
really
right.
hard one on
And you
Peach,
kept-
whatever,
yeah.
and I couldn't do the Peach one.
It was the tortoise versus the hare.
Yeah.
And I just did the whole thing properly and fucking got her done.
Ran through it. There was Bomberman,
A classic.
which I think I got silver in that one. To our good friend Soft Points Gold.
Ah yes.
that was his-
yes. Soft points gold.
That was in the last 7 years. Bomberman has been there every time. He has won the gold medal in 6 of the last 7.
I heard
Wow.
there's a curse on soft points gold.
The only year that he didn't win it was when I won it.
Nice.
So
It's a very very heated game.
Yeah.
These two rivals have met year after year.
it's actually a big skill cap game too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'm bad at
I like
Bomberman.
Bomberman. Bomberman is like, it's like part skill, part like bluffing game.
Yeah.
I really like Bomberman.
Yeah, me too. I'm not good at it, but I love it.
The sickest play that I made during that Bomberman was I had been watching the other players and see what they were picking up. So there was one person who I knew hadn't picked up any bomb area of effect increasers. So I was standing like two squares off of this bomb and just standing there the whole time, and everyone's like, Kevin, you gotta run from that bomb, it's gonna hit you, it's about to blow. And then it blows and just barely
You just
misses
fucking
me
stare right down the
because it
fucking fire.
wasn't big enough, and everyone was like,
Oh shit! That man ain't scared of nothing.
How is he crunching these numbers?
That's why you are hard points.
That's right.
It's you. Hard points.
What
Yeah.
else was there? There was Halo 4,
Sure.
Free for All.
Of all the Halos to pick, 4, I guess.
I actually made it to a runoff to get into the medal round for that game. Me and another guy tied.
At 0 kills.
No, I think we were both at 6.
Okay.
The other person in our bracket was just killing everyone. But we were tied, and then we did a 1-on-1, and I don't play Halo. I don't know the maps, and he seemed to at least have some sort of knowledge of the game.
I think most people just don't play Halo. And it's been a long time since a Halo. When was
Yeah,
5 was the
Remember they
last
tried to
one.
do that like war
mode?
cards mode, yeah.
With like the NPCs. It was like a MOBA almost. You had to like
have to
level
buy
up
cards and you buy like a tank,
That sounds great.
and then they
I'll
drop a
look up when
tank
that
on you.
was.
Not on you.
Sorry, carry on.
What else was there? There was Smash. Smash
one?
Ultimate.
Mouth? Oh.
Ultimate.
My Jigglypuff did not do good,
Shit.
sadly.
Was everyone there? Did they have everyone unlocked?
Oh yeah, everyone was there.
Good.
Good.
2015 was Halo 5. Would have been the last one.
We're due.
We are due.
So I think that might. Oh yeah, Mario Lost Levels distance run. So you get 2 lives.
The lost levels are fucked. The
Yeah,
lost
I
levels
mean,
are like...
hard.
I don't know how good everyone else is. Maybe I wouldn't be fucked. Those are fucking super hard.
Yeah, but the lost levels are like this jump pad has crazy physics, and you fly into the sky, and like the lost levels is full of like weird tricks that don't appear anywhere else. It's like a hack almost.
It has the platform is definitely more precise in the Lost Levels compared to any of the other Mario games, and there's like poison mushrooms that kill you if you touch them, kind of thing. But
I
remember
know
those.
specifically there is a super. It's like in the first or second level. There's a jump pad that shoots you up for like 30 seconds. You're
Yeah, I
like, is the
remember that.
game broken? As you wait for Mario to come back down.
Yep, I remember that.
I did not find that
It's
jump
like
pad.
Mario on drugs.
It's fun.
It's fun.
So yeah,
It is fun.
I,
It's
Mario,
really
Mario
fun.
on drugs is pretty fun.
Yeah.
I got. I think I got bronze in that one. Bryce. I know he got above me. I don't know if he got silver or gold,
Oh shit.
but he got something in
Represent.
Two of
Yeah,
the
yeah.
fellers on the podium.
that one. So that was, I think, most of day one. I'm probably mixing something at some point, but oh, Tetris.
Oh yes.
Tetris was there, and I got absolutely smoked. But other than that, day 2 was a lot of board games. So they did a Magic Draft.
How was the controversy this year?
Surprisingly, not a lot of controversy. I know.
Weird. That is actually surprising. There's usually a bunch of bullshit specifically about the Magic Draft.
Yeah, which is kind of hilarious. But one of the guys, Soft Point, actually, his
It's my
deck,
old landlord.
his deck was just broken. Just steamrolled everyone. But after that was board games mostly for day 2. Dominion, I got the gold medal in that one. There was another game that I didn't play and don't even remember the name of. And then I guess genital jousting.
Ah,
yes.
yes.
Good.
Genital jousting.
You should have played
I think it's a bad game.
Mount Your Friends.
I think it's a... Yeah, you should have played Mount.
We
Mount
should have
Your
played
Friends is
that.
fucking
I
great.
am fucking good at Mount Your
Yeah,
Friends.
that's a fun game.
Genital jousting is like a funny gimmick, but a bad video game,
What is
especially
it?
competitive.
It's like a party game where everybody is a penis and your penises have assholes. So most of the things you do in this game is either fuck things with the front of your penis or stick things in your penis ass,
Right.
and everybody laughs because
It's very funny.
When-
It's
when-
balls.
yeah.
It's got balls on the.
got
It's
balls.
It's very funny.
makes
I guess.
makes sounds when a dick goes
I
into
assume-
an
yeah,
anus.
I
Yeah,
assume.
yeah.
It's a bad game, especially in a competitive sense like that.
Nah, I don't really care. Everybody was
Is Mount
having
Your
fun.
Friends the one that we played?
Yeah.
When you like stack up on
Yeah.
it?
Yeah.
Mount your friends. This is fucking
That's a
real
classic.
high skill.
That's a
test.
fucking
That.
classic.
Let's throw down. I'll mount
like
my
that
friends any day of the week.
Yeah, yeah.
I like that game a lot.
I think that I know I'm missing something, but we'll get into the nerd trivia.
Yes. You got a gold in this, right? So
I
the
got-
bar is pretty high for us.
This year I got silver.
Okay, the bar is still pretty high.
Yeah. The only reason I lost out on gold was because there was a bullshit Nerd Olympics history trivia question about whose idea it was to create Nerd Olympics.
Oh, fuck that.
And which building in the University of Alberta did they have the conversation in?
No nerds know
And-
that. Just the people who were there
I know.
that.
Let's put in a question only we're gonna get.
The two people who were present for the conversation also were both on the same team.
Wow.
And they're the ones who got gold.
Of course.
I thought there was like a rule set for questions you submit, because it can't be like, what was the first birthday gift I got my mom?
What color
Like,
is my underwear today?
It is there is a rule set for submitted questions like that, but seeing as it was the 15-year anniversary,
which is more delicious,
the
hot
person
dogs
who
or
was running the
hamburgers?
event decided to say "fuck you all." This is one of the questions,
I would have
which
headbutt
is
that man.
kind of how it should be.
I would have headbutt that man.
So this is
These are fucking hard all the
are,
time.
These
Yes.
are hard.
So they get to go on a team when they do it. So I think the three of us should.
We're on a team.
Yeah, we'll do a team of
Yeah,
3 instead of
okay.
a team of 2 and see if we can.
12 and a half is what you're aiming for. 12 and a
Gotcha.
half out of 25.
We can do that.
Okay, that's not bad. Out of 25. These are usually ridiculous.
So I'm just gonna go. I'm gonna give you the exact same questions we got.
Okay.
There's also extras in here because there's a big pool. Of
Oh yeah,
questions.
Gotcha.
yeah. No, just give us the
So
real
question
list.
number 1 in the Hearthstone Warcraft universe, what was Deathwing formerly known as?
Oh, I should know this. Are these multiple choice or no?
No.
Deathwing. He's a big dragon.
Drake
man.
Mallard.
I think it might be Drake Mallard. That sounds pretty familiar.
Live Beak.
No, I'm gonna feel dumb after. Fuck, I don't know. Fuck, I don't know. Nelfarian.
Repeat that, please.
I think it's Nelfarian. I think it's Nelf-Arian.
It's close. Neltharian.
Oh, closer than Drake Mallard.
Do you think they would have given me that? Probably
No,
not.
absolutely not.
Drake
Absolutely not.
Mallard.
He's right there. Right there.
So this is Bryce's question that he submitted. Stan Lee has appeared in a cameo in almost every Marvel movie. Which movie did he first appear in to start his iconic tradition?
I know this.
Is he in the Maguire's?
Yes.
It's not a MCU one. It's gonna be one you wouldn't even think of. It's earlier than that, I bet.
He was in one. I think he was in all 3 of the Maguire ones.
I'll give you
Could be
a
even
hint.
earlier than that.
I'll give you a hint. My guess was the Tobey Maguire Spider-Man,
And it was not that.
and it was not that.
Ooh.
What about Blade?
No, he's definitely not in Blade. What about Black
Daredevil?
Cat? What about? Or is Black Cat?
I don't think there's a movie called Black Cat.
with Halle Berry.
That's
Catwoman, and
and
that's
DC.
Sorry. Yep.
Could
Spider-Man.
be Daredevil's a decent guess.
That was before Spider.
I don't think he's in
Spider-Man.
Daredevil. I have watched that movie in the last 5 years, and I don't remember it.
Daredevil was definitely before Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Was it?
Yeah.
It's gonna be a weird one that.
What other, like Marvel?
Ghost Rider.
It's
When
a very
the Cage is
once
Ghost
you hear
Rider.
the answer, it's a very obvious like,
Ghost Rider is
how did
after
I miss
Spider-Man.
it?
How about the original Fantastic Four movie?
I
The
sorta
one
like
from like
that.
1978.
No,
No,
like the one with
Jessica Alba.
Jessica Alba.
Yeah.
I
also
feel okay
before
about that.
I have no idea the timeline.
I'd go with that.
Spider-Man came out before all of these, though.
That might be right.
All right. The answer is X-Men.
Oh,
shit.
Yeah.
Makes
Yeah,
sense.
well,
How
that makes
it'll-
sense, right?
You doubly don't think of that one now because it's like Marvel's bastard child.
Yeah.
This
0 for 2, boys.
is the question from Ref Craig from
yes.
A man we can trust.
from the old Reckless Rumble.
Respect the stripes.
In Magic the Gathering, what was the meaning of the type line poly artifact on cards printed prior to revised?
I don't even know like what the answer is. Do they want a noun?
An artifact with more than one color casting cost. I have no fucking idea what a poly artifact means.
Poly artifact is an artifact with an activated ability that doesn't require tapping.
Yes, of course. Mm.
If you had given me and Warren a moment, I
I
think
knew it.
Sorry,
Ken
I-
just answered it too quick. So.
All right,
that one's on
question
me.
4. In the Dresden Files, Harry Dresden studied under Justin de Morne. While exploring and growing his abilities, he creates his first spell in order to light his candles. What were his words that he used to channel his power to light the candle?
Alohomora.
That's my guess. That was,
It's gonna be like
Lumos.
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna say it's the words to a song.
If you haven't read the books, you'll never.
I've not read the books.
Let there be light.
Flickum Bickus.
Oh,
Yep,
that's pretty
that's the
funny.
one.
That's
Yep.
pretty. That's a pretty
Yeah.
fun thing to say.
Dabus Erectus.
Flick 'em because
The USS Enterprise, under the command of Captain James T. Kirk, explored the galaxy. What was the call sign / ship identification for the Enterprise?
Black.
SR SSR1.
ENT1.
NCC 1701.
Yeah, no, there we go.
You guys got the one.
In the Star Wars universe,
Okay, so
There we go.
we're
All right,
0
all
for
right.
5, right? 0
Yeah.
for 5 so
0 for
far?
5.
Okay, great.
what is the expected average lifespan of a Wookiee?
Oh God.
Give or take 20 years.
Expected. Chewie's old. I know he's
I'm
old.
thinking it's
We're
like
in the hundreds.
two or 300
Yeah.
for some reason where my head goes.
200 was the first number that popped
Yeah,
into my head.
First
too.
one, I went 4 in my head.
Okay.
Because I feel like Chewie's pretty old. Like, I think... Well, no. You guys might be right.
In Solo, he was, 139 in Solo?
Maybe. I don't
And he's
even know that.
old by the end of it. Like they don't they talk about how he's getting old?
Yeah.
I like 200.
I like 200 too.
Warren's our
Within
expert
what?
though.
20.
Within 20.
Let's go 220.
Let's take... Yeah.
Yeah,
gives us
220 or
220 to
180 or
Yeah.
180. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Which would we want
220.
higher?
I think we
low?
want
220.
220.
Okay,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
400 was correct.
Oh, damn it! Fuck! Damn it!
In the Harry Potter series, Harry teaches his friends and Dumbledore's army to produce a complete Patronus charm.
Alohomora.
What is Luna Lovegood's Patronus
It's a
form?
rabbit. I just watched this movie. It's a rabbit.
Nice.
You're right.
Just watched it
Oh,
yesterday.
that's one of them.
That's
yeah.
one.
Yep.
Good.
Number 8 in the game League of Legends. How many champions are available as of January 13th,
I
2019?
have no idea.
How many were available when you played?
130-ish.
When did you play?
2011? Like, I have no idea.
let's add-
I have absolutely no idea. It's probably not that high.
Years.
It's
You
probably...
think they petered off?
Yeah.
Let's say 200.
100,
No, it's definitely...
152?
I think it's got to be under 130.
How many do
No.
we get? What's our over-under?
This was an exact.
Oh, for fuck's
An
sake.
exact? I would guess like 137
go
or
with it.
something.
Yeah.
133.
Pretty close. 143.
Wow, actually, that's not... That was a
pretty
complete
good.
guess.
That's
Like, I
pretty
haven't
good.
played in probably 7 or 8 years.
This
good.
one you guys got a serious chance on. In the Lord of the Rings, Gimli is the dwarven representative of the Fellowship.
True! Oh, sorry.
Where was Gimli, son of Gloin, born? It was in a mountain range. I'll give you that.
It's not
I
the...
don't-
Is it the Misty Mountains? It's either the Misty or the Blue Mountains.
I've seen those movies once.
Gimli, son of Gloin, son of Groin, son of...
Misty sounds right, but I'm not confident.
Well, they go... The Misty Mountains is the one they go to.
Yeah.
And that's where the dwarves of Erebor are from. That's where, like, the Hobbit dwarves
Yeah,
are from.
I'd like to phone a friend. Can I,
I
phone a
think it-
friend?
I want to say the Blue Mountain.
Brandon
Because the
Monchuk.
Misty seems obvious.
Do it.
I think it's the
Moria.
Blue Mountains.
Blue Mountains is correct.
Yes!
Two.
Yes!
Good man.
This question caused some pretty heavy controversy.
Uh-oh.
Oh, I
How
love
many
controversy.
official doctors have there been in the Doctor Who franchise?
Ooh,
13.
I think it might be one. I remember
17?
the 13th being a big deal, I think.
I want to say 17.
I have no idea. I have no idea.
I'm not calling it. I just 13
I
number
trust
came to my
Brandon.
You want
head.
to split the difference and call it 50?
I trust Brando.
I'm pulling it out of my ass just like Warren is.
Almost-
13 seemed low for some reason in my
Yeah,
head.
it does. I think it's
15?
between there. 15?
Let's do
We'll go
15.
15? We'll go 15.
Sure, let's do 15.
Acceptable answers are either 13 or 14.
Oh.
Apparently, one of the doctors did not identify as a doctor because he had to do some pretty vile shit.
You can't assume his
But,
identity.
okay,
as a
someone who doesn't...
doctor.
Hang on. As someone who doesn't watch Doctor Who, is the Doctor a mantle that anyone gets?
Yes, the doctor is a mantle that anyone gets.
So...
Did he do his 8 years
even
of
if you
schooling?
don't identify as the
technically
Doctor...
it's not a mantle. It's I think it's reincarnation or something like
so
that.
even
I
if you don't
really know.
identify as the Doctor, you're still proper noun the Doctor.
Yes, but that's why there was controversy.
Okay,
So
and that's why 2 are allowed.
13
All
or
right,
14
okay,
was
okay,
acceptable.
okay. He's got a
Uh,
phone booth that he goes into.
you guys got this
Third
one.
one.
What character in Diablo is famous for his line "Stay a while and listen"?
I know it.
Wait, Deckard Cain.
That's correct.
That's the only one I know.
You
So that's
have-
what 3.
yeah.
All right, number 13. Actually, I don't know if this is number 13. Baldur's Gate has a recruitable character named Minsk. He has a friend/familiar/brain-esque familiar that is an attack space hamster. What is the hamster's name?
We should be playing that
I also
game.
know this, but if you guys want to guess.
I don't know that.
What game is it? What?
Baldur's Gate.
Baldur's Gate.
It's a game that...
Go for the eyes, Boo! It's Boo.
It's Boo. I answered that question.
Is that Matt? I bet that's Mueller's question. Does it say
No,
who submitted
it doesn't say who submitted
Ah.
that one. I answered that question as soon as they said Baldur's Gate has a recruitable character named
Boo!
Minsk. I'm like, Boo, it's Boo. It's obviously Boo.
Maybe those gnomes that reload their game when you kill them, because that's funny.
The movie Fifth Element holds a special place in most of our hearts. What year is the movie set in? Apparently 3 answers to this are acceptable because the movie timeline is fucked.
I have no idea.
No, me neither.
The one with the
2035.
3 boobs on it?
No, that's Total Recall.
This is Multipass. Mila Jovovich with red hair. And,
I remember trailers.
bald
Bruce Willis.
Bruce Willis, thank you.
Chris Tucker in it?
Yep.
Yes.
20...
I thought
With
that was the
great
same
hair.
movie.
Fucking great hair on Chris in that
awesome.
movie.
Okay, so it's in the future.
Yeah.
Probably far in the future.
21s, probably.
2176.
Is it going to be like a 20XX? Is that-
2163?
Yeah.
2263.
Oh!
We would have also accepted 2259 and 2259.
All right.
Oh,
We didn't get any
yeah,
of those.
2259 and 2259. Okay.
In Star Wars A New Hope,
All right.
what was the name of Darth Vader's Star Destroyer that was chasing Princess Leia?
Oh, I didn't even know what had
Right at the start?
Yeah. What is that thing's name?
That would also be in
Rogue One.
Rogue One, potentially.
The Nebuchadnezzar.
No, it's not the Nebuchadnezzar. The
What is
League-
that from?
That's the League of Extraordinary Gentlemen's, or that's Captain Nero's ship is the
Yes.
Nebuchadnezzar.
Fuck. I don't know if I even ever would have known this, to be honest.
Did they actually call it by name in
They
the movie?
never reference it in the
Yeah,
movie.
that's what I was gonna say. I think
Okay.
it's some expanded
I'm gonna-
universe shit.
You want to get Star? You want to guess Star Killer? Maybe they paid homage in The Force Unleashed. Like, oh,
Sure.
it's actually
Yeah.
That would sound, yeah.
I'm gonna guess Star Killer.
It is the Devastator.
Ooh, that's pretty good.
That
Jedi's name should have been the Devastator.
Yeah.
What are the names of the main characters' love interests in Final Fantasy 7, 8, and 9? There are 4 answers. You get half a point for getting 2, full point for getting all 4.
Leon.
Dry title.
Who's the one who dies? Eris,
Yep,
I think is one.
that's one.
Who's the? She's got.
Cloud.
Who's the main character? Think of the movie. Okay, think of the movie. She wears she got long black hair. Wears like a white shirt, black shorts. I feel like.
Yuffie.
No. What's her name?
That's one of them.
Really?
Oh!
Not one of the love interests, but she's in the game.
No, okay.
Yeah.
What is her name? White shirt, black shorts. She's like the main female character. I feel like in that game.
I don't play these
All
Neither
those,
do
all
I.
those are right.
or watch this movie.
Imagine if Final Fantasy 7 would have won the vote for unbiased playthrough.
I would have
Oh,
known
we would
all
all
of
know.
Would
this.
have known all of
We've
this.
all known.
Known all of
We
it.
would have had 5 by now.
Okay, how about 8 or 9? What's the ninja lady from? That's Yuffie. Yeah, and it wasn't Yuffie. I don't know then. Eris is the only one I can get.
Tifa is the one you're looking
fuck!
for.
Oh wait, Lulu.
That's Final Fantasy 10. The other answers are Renoa is Final Fantasy 8 and Garnet / Dagger from Final Fantasy 9.
Yes, Garnet of course.
She goes by an alias during the game for some points.
Obviously.
Is it Garnet / Dagger or Garnet / Dagger?
Garnet Dagger.
Okay.
Two names.
Changes.
No slash.
Changes, yeah.
Not / Dagger.
Totally.
Commander Keen is the star character of several games for MS-DOS in the 1990s.
I hear Jeff Gerstmann talk about
What
this a
is
lot.
his secret identity / real name?
Fuck!
Solid Snake.
No.
Repeat the question.
What is Commander Keen's secret identity? This is one that I know, but I'm not going to get unless we hear it.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's just a name. He's just a man.
Mark.
Fred.
Jack.
I don't know.
John.
Billy Blaze.
Billy Blaze.
I never.
Billy Blaze. I would never have got that either.
Billy Mays.
I thought I knew that, but did not.
The PP7 is James Bond's standard weapon throughout GoldenEye 64. How many rounds does it hold?
9.
13. It's either 7, 9, 11, or 13. I think it's an odd number.
I think it was 11.
11
But
sounds
13
good.
doesn't sound horrible either.
I'm trying to think of PP7s in other games.
I'm trying to think of like. Pew, 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 pew.
Maybe it's 10.
I think it's 11.
Shit, I'm not going to guess. I'm not sure. It's definitely
Let's
in there
do 11.
somewhere,
Let's
though.
do 11.
You wanna
We said 11 more
All right,
times than
all right,
everything.
all right.
It might be lower than that. I feel like it might be 7, but
All right.
do 11.
11?
11.
You guys both, when you made the gunshot sounds, both of you counted out 7 shots.
Yeah, that's why. That's why I said 7.
And it has
The answer
in
was
the name.
7.
It seemed too obvious.
This question I'm skipping because it's really stupid and has to do with local board game cafes.
Okay.
No thanks.
This one,
How many do we have right
Good
so far?
luck.
3?
4.
4?
Yeah.
We've been getting close on some of them.
Each season of RuPaul's Drag Race culminates in a winner being declared. Name 4 of the previous winners.
Is
Honey Boo Boo.
is drag considered nerddom now?
Yeah.
Is like that? Okay, that goes
Yeah.
video games, anime, wrestling, and drag.
Are there wrestling questions on here?
There have been in the past.
Garbage.
What was the question again? Sorry. What's the winner?
Name 4 winners of RuPaul's Drag Race.
Honey Boo Boo.
Pass.
Doesn't look like. Yeah,
I believe Honey Boo Boo's a girl.
there's a lot of very complicated names that if you
Pass.
really want to know the answers, you can look it up.
Can women not dress as men and call it drag?
So
Isn't
can you just put in questions about like literally any TV show?
No, anything that the person doing the trivia deems as worthy for the trivia.
So if I'm like, how much gold did they find in the first season of Yukon Gold? That could be a trivia.
That could be a trivia question.
Okay.
Yes, yeah.
It just seems a little. Suddenly, it seems like we're just asking about TV shows that we watch.
There was.
And that's what nerddom is turned
I think
into,
there was
perhaps.
only one TV show question. It was the last one that we did.
Well, this is Doctor Who one, but
just
that is a
saying.
notorious nerddom show.
Star Trek too.
In the manual for Warcraft 3 Reign of Chaos, how many Night Elf units are there? Units produced at buildings only, not summonable units, and as per the manual.
There are 4 from the barracks. There are 2 from the Druid of the Feather building. There are 2 from the Druid of the Claw building. There are... Shit. There's a Chimera. There's a... Damn, I don't know those very well. There's a giant that comes from something. Do the heroes count?
No, heroes do not count.
10 worked for me.
Wisps is 11.
Willow.
I think 11.
Do it.
Should I say 12?
What
in
are
case
the-
I
yeah, I was
forget
going
one?
to say, what are the odds you're forgetting one, though?
What are the odds that you counted one that you shouldn't have counted?
Huntress.
Too?
Ooh, Archer. I forget the archer's called. Archer, Huntress. Glaive Thrower. There's only 3 from the barracks. Shit, it's been so long. Was this story Reign of Chaos? Not
Reign of Chaos. Yes.
not Frozen Throne.
Not Frozen Throne.
I'm going to say 12.
11.
Fuck me! Fuck me! Fuck!
Shit.
I did have them all.
The iPhone and smartphones in general have changed the way we communicate in a massive way. What year was the first iPhone released in the United States?
2007.
That is correct.
Attaboy.
And quick.
Attaboy. Attaboy.
This one is 2019 is the 20-year anniversary of the release of Final Fantasy VIII. In that game,
You guys
each
play anything
character
else?
has an
always
ultimate
a lot of
weapon that
Final
needs to be
Fantasy.
crafted. To craft the item Lionheart for the main character Squall, you need 3 materials. Name all 3 materials and the required quantities. Half points for the names or the quantities.
A lock of Chris Jericho's hair.
Yeah, 2 snake tongues.
And the eye of the newt.
Yes.
There were 1 adamantine, 4 dragon fangs, and 12 pulse ammo.
Missed it by
Pulse
that
ammo.
much.
So there's only a couple more questions
All right.
for the end of the list.
We can still hit a 7.
In the Transformers universe, Soundwave is one of the most famous Decepticons, and his abilities allow him to deploy smaller Decepticons to attack or spy on his enemies. What is the name of the Autobot with equivalent abilities?
Bumblebee.
No.
It's the only one I know.
That was what I guess.
Optimus Prime.
I think it's a girl.
don't-
I think it's a lady bot.
You think it's a lady bot that deploys little bots? I have no idea. I'm not great at Transformers.
Let's go with Ironhide.
Blaster.
I was gonna say Master Blaster, but I knew that wasn't a Transformer, so I didn't even open my mouth.
In Mass Effect, one of the alien races you encounter is the Drell. In Mass Effect 2, you can recruit one to your team. Name him.
Do it.
Thane.
It's your boy.
Rest in peace, brother.
Fuck the shit out of Thane.
Oh yeah.
All right,
Oh yeah.
that is correct.
Just falling in love with Fishman before that Shape of Water bullshit.
That's 6.
There is 2 questions I omitted, so I will give 2 other questions that were not asked.
Yes.
Okay.
In the 1993 shooter game Doom, what does the code IDDQD unlock?
Limited rocket ammo.
Or God mode, maybe?
Too easy.
You think a limited rocket?
What does it stand for? It's got to stand for something. IDDQT. Is that what you said?
IDDQD.
Id.
Quad damage.
Quad damage. Yeah. Yep. I
It
like
is
that.
God mode.
You talked me into it. Quad damage is Quake, but you totally totally made a lot of sense.
Yeah.
And the last question.
Quad damage.
Cooper, your character in Titanfall 2, pilots a
There we go.
Titan with the call sign Bravo Tango XXXX.
What's his name?
What is the Bravo Tango serial number? So fill in the X's.
BT.
I don't know.
765.
Okay.
I don't know if that's right. I was gonna, 7 something maybe.
I have no idea.
BT 7274.
7-2, right?
And that is 1 year more of
Oh, yeah,
nerd trivia.
You did say XXXX. Sure, you did. Hey, we'll get 5. We get 5 in there. 6. That's I'll take
6.
it.
That's the one about the calf. Oh no, you gave us 2 other ones. Never mind.
Yeah.
Never mind. That's right.
That's okay. I'll take that.
We could have had a couple more too.
The
but we
Final
talked ourselves
Fantasy,
out of it.
not knowing the Final Fantasy is always a huge,
Yeah.
huge hamper going into.
And the fact that, because the way we do it is we read through all the questions and then we can go back and, like, hear the questions again. So
Sure.
I'm sure if you guys would have had some more time and
Oh yeah, we were really
Time to
getting to some of those.
you guys were really close on a lot of them.
That's
You
true.
talked yourself out of a
But I
lot of
feel like,
answers,
yeah,
too.
I feel like time was our worst enemy. If you
Yeah.
would have just taken the first thing out of our mouth more often,
Yeah,
then we would have been okay.
Never change your answer. It's the multiple testing. Never
Yeah.
change your answer. Well, that's fun. Thanks for bringing that trivia back. Congrats again on your bronze overall.
Yes, that's 4 straight years on the podium in a row.
Never change.
Look forward to 5.
Number 1, 2 of those years.
Wow.
Wow.
Braggart.
Braggart.
You're the most humble champ I know.
Too far.
That's not true at all.
You do anything else in your week? We played a little D&D yesterday.
Yeah, we
again.
played some D&D. That was
I don't know if
great.
anyone wants to talk about that, but
Wounds are still fresh.
yeah.
Everyone got the shit kicked out of them at the beginning.
Yeah, you guys have all these new abilities that no one used, and y'all really got your ass
I
whooped.
used mine.
Used one of a potential 6
I used,
cutting words die.
I used a plenty amount
Yeah.
of new abilities.
Oliver used literally none of his. He's had abilities since level 1 that he's never even used.
He didn't. I was watching him level up because he's playing a sorcerer and he leveled up to level 3. So anybody who plays D&D knows that you get a new level of spells when you hit odd levels. And he decided just not to take any of those higher level spells.
Really? Oh, I didn't even realize
No.
that. I would have tried to talk him out of that.
I kept telling him, I'm like, hey, you can drop one of your spells and you can pick up a new
you
level
should.
2 spell.
They're super powerful. Or you know what? Maybe just take Identify. Maybe just fucking take Identify.
Not on the sorcerer list.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's so fucked. They can take a feat. They can take ritual casting
Yeah.
and cast it as a ritual. But
Can I go to school and learn identify? Is that a thing? I just Mordzoff learning how to identify things.
like you say, it takes years of study, and practice. Yeah, nobody used their abilities. Toby has a bear that he didn't use. A 52 hit point bear.
He used the shit out of that
yeah,
bear.
That did some work.
after that first fight, yeah,
Yeah.
it started getting in there.
Well,
But
because once he
Still
used it
learning.
once, we were like, "Holy fuck, this thing's OP."
Why are we fighting?
Yeah.
Why not let the
Send
bear
this
fight?
thing in there.
Everybody get behind the bear.
so you guys all got your ass kicked.
I have a
but
theorem.
I didn't
about
get hit once.
A thing that happened after I left, which
man.
I don't even want to really talk about here, but
Do it.
I have
Do
a
it.
theory
Yeah.
about something.
Okay. You can send
What a
us
certain
email
item that somebody tried to use.
about
the key? Fuck, I do not understand how that works at
I have a
all.
different theory than Warren, but
We're
key.
kind of in the same
Yeah.
ballpark.
Yeah.
So
we're-
they found a magical key, clearly a magical key because it expands and shrinks to fit
Something's
whatever.
fucky.
And they use it, but it doesn't seem to unlock doors. So no one knows. It goes in and it clicks, and they feel the tumblers move, but no doors ever seem to unlock.
Oh shit, we
Weird.
should
No
try to
locks
use
ever
it
seem
on
to
somebody's
unlock.
head and just unlock their mind.
Where's that fucking guy with the fucking thing locked on his face? Can we unlock that?
He tried, yeah.
We still have-
No, we left it.
Do we still have
I
him?
think we.
He's kicking around somewhere.
We got his corpse somewhere.
We put him in a temple
Yeah.
or something.
I asked you near the end of that game if I could lock the door that we were all guarding, but you said there's no lock on it, and I was like, I wonder if I could lock it if there was a lock on it.
Or maybe that.
I always give neutral. Like, I purposely go out of my way to be as vague as possible on everything.
No, I wasn't blaming you for anything. I was just like, that is
Yeah,
that is where my
read,
theory's
Don't
headed.
read too much into that. If they,
Yeah.
because don't read too much into that. I'm worried now that I've sent you on a path. You're like, what the fuck is this fucking bullshit?
No.
'Cause I'm always super vague. Like, you think so?
I think we're thinking of different things. Let's just move on.
Yeah.
This
All right.
probably doesn't play.
Yeah, it's fine.
I bought a new bed.
You bought a new bed?
Yeah, today.
That's exciting.
Actually.
You're supposed to get one of those every 10 years, they say.
Yeah.
What's your on you?
It was just over 4 honey.
Wow, that's
That's not bad.
It's not a bad bed.
steal that
Just,
bed. What size of bed are we talking?
Just a
here?
mattress. I mean, I got
Oh,
a
yeah.
box spring already.
Yeah.
And
Makes sense.
What size of bed? Queen?
Queen.
Queener?
Costco was having a sale.
Pillow top?
Queen mattress, Sealy Posturepedic.
Ooh, fancy. It's
Yeah.
got the thing on top,
It
or could
does,
you flip
yeah.
that thing?
No, it's got the
can't flip
thing.
it. Oh yeah, you gotta rotate your mattress every month. When I bought a new bed, they said rotate your mattress every month. That's
Really?
a big fucking hassle.
Yep.
I think it's every 6 months.
She told me once a month for the first year, and then every 6 months.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow.
And I notice it
When
when
you say
I
rotate, are you saying flip or spin?
well because
Spin.
You can't.
You can't flip the new ones.
You can't flip when they got the pillow thing on
guess so,
top.
yeah.
So yeah, just spin for me. But
But yeah, this mattress is almost 3 times as thick as my old mattress was.
Christ.
nice.
Yeah.
Does it feel like if you fall off your bed, you're going to die?
It is at least 3 feet off the ground now.
Yeah.
You have to like attach yourself to 2 separate safety points while you're up there in
Yeah.
case
Yeah.
you fall.
Yeah.
And get the foreman to come over and check your harness for you.
I was gonna have an afternoon nap today because I got her all set up and I'm like ready. I'm like, you know what? I gotta test her out, and then
Break this thing in.
ended up not happening. So I'm excited to try it tonight.
New beds are great.
Here's the question. Will you be sleeping the first night in the nude or in your underwear?
I think
That's-
if we should be able to tell right in this room.
I looked at him, and I think
thinking-
he's going to be nude because he's wearing pants. Therefore, he's going to shower.
Yeah.
Therefore, he's going to sleep nude.
Oh no, was it shower? Shower is not nude, right? If he
Yeah.
showers, he's
Because
not.
he's clean. He's not going to.
I don't- I think
It
he's-
depends on it depends on what time I shower.
I'm saying no shower. It's nude
Oh,
tonight. Nude tonight.
He's nude. Yeah.
That's what I think.
You got to break that thing in.
Is it nude?
I'm not gonna tell you.
Oh,
I have to come back next week.
we'll have to turn the stream
could've
on
been our
at 2
7th
a.m. and
point.
see
That
what's.
camera up there.
Beds. Don't be shy to spend money on a bed. You spend half your life on that thing.
That's right.
You'll use your bed more than. Well, most people use their bed more than anything else.
You use your shoes a lot.
It's true, but not as much as a bed.
I will use my shoes more than my bed.
Yeah, it's close. It's
clo-
real
it's
close.
close, yeah.
It's real close.
I guess it's different. I guess it's
yeah.
different for me because
Out in the boat.
Yeah.
I live like when I'm home.
Live with your shoes on.
I like sit on my bed. Like my bed is
Oh,
my
yes,
furniture
you're right.
in my room.
You're right.
So, but in terms of like being in bed for the sake of sake of going to bed, I spend more time with my shoes on.
What about video games? You spend any time with video games?
Yes, on my bed
Yeah.
with my shoes on.
Well, that's fun. That's very how American of you.
Yes.
What have you been playing?
I've been playing Resident Evil 2, the remake. I beat
You're playing
1.
one last time, right?
Yes,
Yeah, okay.
I beat that.
Yeah.
I only did the one story. I was going to do both, and then I got too excited to play this, so I was like, fuck it.
It's just too scary. I understand.
True. It is very scary.
Does this one do? And did the first one do? Do you remember in 5 and
Nope.
7 maybe?
Yep.
Does it do the menu thing where it goes Resident Evil? In that
First
like
one definitely did.
fucking Dr. Claw basically says it to you.
The first one definitely did. I don't know if the remake of the second one does that. It has to, right?
It must.
Why would they do that?
Hallmark. I know 7 didn't, but that was kind of a different
It was
thing
a
almost.
very different
yeah.
thing. Yeah. This game is very good.
Yeah.
The game looks amazing.
Playing as.
I
Leon?
played as Leon. I beat Leon's campaign.
Oh wow.
And now I'm doing the Claire second playthrough, which is weird because it is not the second playthrough of Claire.
It is playthrough
intended
2.
You play through one character, and then it says you've unlocked the second playthrough for the opposite character, which basically means what were they doing while you were doing your first playthrough.
And then can you go into the opposite? You can play through
Then you
one
go
as
to the
Claire,
other
play
one.
through 2 as
So then
Leon.
right.
which would be different, right?
So if you wanted to do everything, you would probably do it like play Leon first playthrough, play Claire second playthrough, and then go back and play Claire first playthrough, play Leon second playthrough.
Nice, I got you.
Yes.
Are they vastly different? Do you know? Like,
They're harder. Like the second playthroughs are harder.
Yeah.
Whereas if you just did the first playthrough with a different character, it would basically be, in a lot of ways, just a character swap.
yeah, I'm with you.
So they start you out. Well, I guess talking about the first playthrough first, took me about 9 hours ish. I did a lot of poking around. I made sure all my rooms turned blue, which means I got all the items out of them. So you could probably do it in like 7 to 8
Yeah,
if you were
if you're
really.
not.
Yeah, I think if you were motoring, there's some like beat it in less than 3.
Yeah,
trophies.
there's like do it in a certain amount of time and do it in like a certain amount of steps.
Yeah. There's a lot of really, really hard. There's beat the game without using healing item, which seems insane to me. There's a lot of stuff in there where I was like, I would like to watch people do this. I will never do this myself. But yeah, really good, spooky, tense game.
Looks real nice.
Yeah,
Looks
a lot
real nice.
A lot of good jump scares, but mostly just tension.
Yeah.
They introduce. So I keep hearing about the Nemesis system, which comes in 3.
That was.
Which is it 3? What are you eyebrow raising?
Nemesis is a dude, right? Nemesis system is the thing from Shadow of Mordor.
Oh, I see what you mean. Okay, yeah, it is a system in the game where a guy follows
that
you
big guy
around.
with the
But
eyeball,
you're right. The guy's
right?
name is Nemesis.
Yeah, okay.
And I guess just doesn't leave you alone, really, except for very specific parts of 3.
Yeah, he's supposed to always be trailing you, basically.
Right. Kind of like Alien, I guess, that new Alien game that came out, where it's like
Phone one?
No.
Blackout?
No, the
Isolation. I
yeah,
guess.
2014.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah. There is a little bit of that in Resident Evil 2, where they introduce a character and he just stomps around. You can always hear him just stomping around. His name is Mr. X.
That motherfucker.
Yeah, and my time became borderline unenjoyable when he was around, which makes me very nervous about if they ever remade 3, where the whole game is like that.
Yeah.
But that persistent threat, walking around and you like hiding in save rooms and like sitting there for like 5 minutes while you hear the footsteps, being like, "I was getting farther away." No, they're getting close. Okay, I'm just gonna put the controller down for another 5 minutes. And
Do you just have to run from him? Like, you can't fight him, you can't shake him.
You can shoot him with a lot of ammo, and he'll take a knee for a while, and then
But
you can get
he
away.
always comes back.
He always comes back.
What a fucker.
But he is in and out of the game. Like,
Yeah.
you go through segments where he's just not a threat at all, whereas it sounds like in Resident Evil 3 that thing's pretty much always around. So, yeah, hell of a game.
Brando swears a lot when he's scared.
Yeah.
I do.
So do
Like,
I.
I'll be in the living room with my headphones on playing a game, and I'll still from his room down the hall with the door closed hear, "Holy fucking shit!"
Yeah, it's true.
And I'll know that the man just got scared.
Yeah, and normally if I've done that, I've like tossed the controller a foot in front of me and like paused it on the way through the air. So I'm just like, okay, I think I'm done for a little while. It's a lot of fun being scared.
Yeah, it
I
is.
did not play very many scary video games actually until Alien was one of the first scary video games I played, and then I had a lot of fun with Resident Evil 1. Having a lot of fun with Resident Evil 2.
We're all in. I had a lot of fun watching that scary movie. We're all
Yeah,
in Scare
I
Town
love
now.
horror.
Let's get scared all day. Sign me
spooky.
up for the brothel because I love horror.
Good. That's pretty much it.
Just always commit to the
Resident
bit.
Evil 2.
Good. Whittle, what you been up to?
Apex Legends.
Yeah, hell of a video game.
Yeah, it's very, very good.
Continues to be the biggest game on Twitch, which is not an indicator of really too much, but
No.
It's impressive seeing Fortnite unseated.
Yeah, and Fortnite is doing their best to try and bring people back in. They
Free battle pass and all that
like
stuff.
I did those challenges on Saturday, 2 days ago, and it took me like 2.5 hours to do all those challenges. Like,
that's
it
not
wasn't
bad.
It wasn't as hard as you'd think it would be.
Yeah.
That's up until the 27th, so you can get the entire battle pass for free for the next month on Fortnite. Then you can use those saved up V-Bucks to buy things and use that code that you were talking about.
That's right. It's Eads. Creator tag Eads on the old Epic Store.
But I still am and was a big fan of Overwatch and really enjoy the Battle Royale mode. So this is kind of like the best of both worlds for me.
I wonder if Overwatch... They must be working on something, right? They must have been working on some spin, some One Life. Maybe not 100 people in a map, anything like that. But they must be working on their own version of...
Yeah, maybe.
I think so. I
They
think
must
they're,
be.
they're
They
doing
must be.
they're doing incredibly well.
Yeah.
Without
It's true.
adapting or anything.
Well,
so.
I mean, like, their competitive scene all shut down last year.
Yeah.
They had a big hit to that, but...
The league is still going, though, isn't it? I just saw a thing yesterday.
I think it is. The
Shanghai
the
team won
student-
the first time ever.
It is, because I watched a video of those guys giving pickup lines or some shit. I saw on Kotaku. Anyways.
Gritty was at one of those events.
Oh, yeah, that's what I'm thinking of. Yes. Yes.
Fucking great.
Plus that
Gritty.
mascot. That's outstanding.
That's what the Oilers need. Something for people to rally behind.
Apex is great.
Yeah.
I haven't had a game do the... Well, it's 2 in.the morning, but one more game in a long time. Like, Red Dead pulled me in that way where I would play it and then realize, holy shit, it's 2 in.the morning, I should go to bed. But I was still able to, like, no, I can put this down and just look forward to the next time I play it. Whereas when I'm not playing Apex, I'm usually thinking about, man, I wish I was playing Apex right now.
Yeah.
Or I can't wait until I go home and play more Apex. So...
It's got its hooks in deep. A lot of people, it seems like.
And it's like it's really simple in its ways. Like they just did such a great job of planning that game out and
Very clean.
yeah, that's right.
Simple and clean.
Talking to like streamers, I guess, is one of the things they did too, where they talked to some of the biggest streamers. Disrespect, I think, was on there, and
Stroud and all
yeah,
them.
and like finding out like what'd you like from this, and you can see kind of where they took things from the ones that have worked and where they kind of made their own. And I think it's fucking outstanding for a free game. Like that's brilliant.
The they're talking about new characters apparently coming pretty soon. Not character, but characters. And they were saying, so there's one guy in there who his ability is he makes a gas cloud, and he's much more like area denial than kind of anyone else was.
Yep.
And I guess they were saying that is, what's his name? Toxic?
Caustic.
Caustic. I guess they're saying he's kind of their archetype for how they want to do characters in the future, like less like
Cut and dry, attack based stuff.
I'm trying to think of like some of the other less like things that only affect you.
Yeah.
Things like, oh, I can see through walls, I can hear when enemies are behind me,
Right.
I can blink, and more like affects the world. Things like smoke bombs and and area control. And I'm fascinated to see what that game. It's going to change as they put new characters out. It's going to change.
Totally. And I think one of the best things that game has done from launch is like, even if you go back to launch for Overwatch, I mean, it launched with more characters, so it's tougher because there's more characters. It's tougher to balance it properly versus this game that only has 8 to choose from, 6 to start until you get enough points to get a 7th, and then the 8th guy.
It feels like none. When you load into a game and you're picking third, and they've already picked 2
Right.
characters, and you just see the one row.
Yeah.
Like, oh,
But they're all balanced super well. Like there's not one guy or one super where you're like, "Fuck, that's OP. I can't do anything about it."
yeah.
Whereas if you go back to like the launch of Overwatch, it was the pig's hook was sucked.
Yeah.
The
You always had a
certain-
bastion.
Yeah, they were nerfing things off within 2 weeks of it launching. They were changing shit already. Whereas this game is there hasn't been a moment where I'm like, fuck, they got to work on that outside of like some connection issues or
Yeah.
loading in and stuff. But I don't know. It's been a really really hot start for that game for me.
I do feel like I'm seeing all the characters.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
I feel like maybe the shield guy is the guy I run into the least.
me too.
But
I hear a lot of people say that Mirage is gets the more you play, the less useful he gets, because you just start to recognize what the Mirages look like, and you're like, oh, that's not real.
yeah, he's funny though.
And he's got his tricks. Yeah, every time he uses his ability that makes like the 100 clones
Yeah.
around it, I just laugh my
Yeah, me
ass
too.
off. I think it's hilarious.
Yeah.
And like, yeah, his voice lines are great too. We're gonna bamboo. We're gonna trick him.
It's
And,
Nolan North.
Porky
I think,
Pig.
is
Yeah.
that guy.
Yeah.
Kev, you ever gonna think about no?
Not
gonna be
in
the one
the
for you.
least. Shooter game. Pass.
I'm kind of in your this is the most fun I've been having with a shooter game in a long time. But I was hitting. What was the last game we bought?
PUBG.
It wasn't even PUBG. It was
Last
like
game
more
you-
recently. It was like just a first-person shooter game, a competitive shooter, where I remember playing it and being just like, maybe I don't like any of these because I'm
Star
not
Wars.
good enough at them.
Yeah.
No, Star Wars I don't like for other reasons.
That's definitely how my trajectory has gone with it. Like,
Yeah.
I am getting worse and worse at them year over year, and
Yeah.
like noticeably so.
Right.
And yeah, just can't compete.
Yep.
So you get it when it's fresh, like Apex. You're like, okay, I'll play while everyone sucks, and I do really well. I pick things up really fast, but peak real early.
Yep.
So like that first week, I'm a god amongst men, and then just can't even hang.
Sure.
I played like back in Battlefield 3 time. I played a bunch of Battlefield, and that was like the only shooter that I ever played. And I guess Scout Knives in Counter-Strike,
Yep.
but nah, shooters have never really been for me. So
Yeah, that's fair. It less for me than it's ever been. But
Nin-
I'm having a lot of
1943.
fun with Apex.
yeah.
I just hop in there when chaos is happening, pop my super, get in there with my shotgun where it's a lot harder for me to miss.
They haven't said anything about new maps, but I full disclosure, I'm stealing from another podcast. The way that they bill out what you're playing when you're playing that game, of like, so if you go on your Xbox friends list, Warren is playing.
Yep.
Squads on whatever the name of the map is.
That would not be a thing if there was only one map. Right?
Exactly,
I
and,
noticed that too.
and squads is weird
Also,
language
yeah.
for a thing that only has one mode. So
Yeah.
I'm sure they're going to be new maps. What map with wall running? Boom, there it
Sure.
is. Put the wall running back
Yeah.
in. I didn't read too much into it. I saw a story today where apparently people data mined Titans and wall running out of some patch or something, but they also talk about how that stuff was in there to begin with. So I mean,
No, yeah.
who knows?
Maybe Titans were in there first, and then they're like,
Yeah.
we don't want these in there, but they still live in
they've
there.
said
yeah.
as much. Yeah, they did have Titans in, and we're like,
Yeah.
this doesn't work.
This doesn't work at all.
And they've also said there's more Titanfall coming this year. Premium Titanfall, whatever
Yeah.
that.
Yeah,
So who
I love
knows?
Titanfall.
I really like Titanfall too. As well. I really like
well,
Titanfall as well.
I love that Titanfall 2 is getting this bump from Apex being out, where like
Yeah.
the player base has grown.
It needs
substantially.
it. Oh, it needs it so bad. Nobody bought
No one
Titanfall 2.
played that game.
It's such a great game.
Yeah.
They put that huge free area defense. What is that thing called? Frontier
Yeah,
mode
Frontier
Yeah.
Defense. Yeah.
thing out. That thing is super dope. Mm-hmm. Heck of a game.
I mean, they make good games. I have no idea why people didn't want to play them. It was between Battlefield and Call of Duty last year.
Titanfall?
Titanfall?
Yeah.
Which I
It
don't
was
think probably
sandwiched right
helped.
between. Yeah. And Battlefield was pretty good. That was Battlefield 1, I think.
Yeah,
Would have been that
makes
year,
sense,
which
yeah.
I really liked. Battlefield didn't go anywhere, Kev. Let's get a battle. I still play Battlefield on a regular basis.
Man, I want to shoot fools.
I don't have the new one.
Fuck,
I
the
don't
new
either.
one sucks ass. Let's play Battlefield 1. People are really cool on that new one.
That's
Maybe-
new enough that I don't have it.
Well, I mean, we could get it. It's like $5
affordable.
now that it's old. It's how do you feel about World War One? The
The
Great War, they call it.
I'm not a fan of World War One.
What?
No. It was the boring one.
It's when the
That's more of a
Canadians.
two-man.
It's when the Canadians got theirs. That's the Canada peeing on their faces,
That's
Hoorah.
right, Vimy Ridge.
peeing on your own face. Keep the mustard gas
Those
away.
crazy Canadians.
And Battle of the Bulge.
That's right, Dunkirk.
You guys are just naming movies now.
Saving Private Ryan. Well,
You play anything else, Mr. Barris?
no.
You want to talk about? Well, you know what? Let's save Anthem for last because I played Anthem and have a lot of things to say about it.
Oh, good.
The Long Dark. There's a video game I like. It was made here in Canada.
The Dong Lark.
The Dong Lark. They redid their story mode. It's called Wintermute. It's got some David Hayter ass David Hayter. It's got some Jennifer. It's got Mark Meir, Jennifer Hale, and David Hayter.
All your
So
favorites.
all my favorites.
Yeah.
And it's pretty good now. Their story mode before was you like reading text. It wasn't voiced. There were kind of no characters, and they've since redone it, and it has a story and like some cutscenes. I got a magic spear and fought a bear. It was very cool. David Hayter sounds just like fucking old Snake a lot, and that's fun. So that thing's cool. You should, if you own that game, it's free. Go check it out. I also played a bunch of Metro Exodus.
How's that?
It's good.
Is that the new
Yeah.
one? Like
Yeah.
recently came out? Yeah.
It's good. Full disclosure, the Epic Store gives us kickbacks if you use the creator tag EADS. Also, this game is only available on the Epic Store. All that said, I really like it. Quite a bit.
And you weren't super hot on the other ones, were you?
I really like the first two. Yeah.
Oh, did you?
No,
Okay.
So I tried playing one a bunch, and one is tough to go back to. Metro 2033.
Yeah.
In the first game, just because it's old.
That might have been maybe the one that I had seen you, and you just said that it just feels like an old game.
Yeah. But I really like Last Light, and I really like Exodus. it is Metro-ass Metro. If you're not way into like really
Changing
bad Russian
filters
accents, changing
and
filters,
rubbing my face and
Yeah.
trading bullets for shit.
It's kind of open world now. I've only hit the first map. I'm maybe like 4 or 5 hours in. I'm assuming there are more. But it's like it gives you kind of a little open space, and the one I'm in is all connected by water, and you have a boat, and you got to kind of try to navigate your way through it. And some of that stuff really sucks. Like figuring out. So there are enemies in the water that are serving as like story gates. They're gonna kill you if you go too far because
Gotcha.
you can't go here because the story says so.
Right.
But it's never clear if I actually can get past that enemy and just need to kind of figure out how, or if I can't go there for story reason.
So as a man who might play that game, it is for a story reason.
Yeah, I'm still not sure, to be honest.
Okay.
I eventually just got past him after trying a lot.
Oh, okay. Well, if you can get past them,
yeah,
you probably...
It's not super intuitive what it wants from you sometimes, where it is... You are in like Breath of the Wild style, going to tall things and use your binoculars and not marking all the things on the map, and then kind of trying to get to them. But it's not super clear of like, am I supposed to go through the water here? Do I need to like take my boat out and go all the way around? Am I supposed to walk through the land? I can't go through the land because it's all irradiated, and so it's a little frustrating trying to get around so far. But other
liking
than that, I really like it. There are I feel like for the first time in the series there are characters with stories that I care about. You have like the equivalent of a Normandy. You have a vehicle that all your squad teams up on, and you go around to each station and talk to everyone. You're like, hey, how's it going? You got a really cool wife who kicks a lot of ass. That's about as far as I got.
Good.
There's a whole supernatural element to this thing that hasn't been touched on yet also. So
Weird.
Yeah, RTM, the main character.
I did not like the first game.
No?
And I am the type of person that will not play that third game unless I play the first two.
Yeah.
So
Did
I
you
might
get
not have
through
ever
the
played
first
that game.
one?
No.
It's tough to play.
Yeah. And it's probably only got... I will only like it less now.
Well, they bill it. They want you to play it stealth, and they give you all these stealth tools, but the stealth like really sucks in that game. So
Yes.
we're still good. We just had a little computer
Yeah.
screen flicker, but we're
There's
just
some ghosts in there.
everybody stopped and looked at the computer, but I can see the counters going up. We're still good.
All right.
A squid.
Mm-hmm.
I saw you get scared playing that video game, and it made me laugh.
Yeah, the jumps. It does like dark areas, dark and light really, really well, where it just constantly monsters jumping on my face.
Although I was a little disappointed that you didn't duck. You
Yeah.
usually duck when you get
I'm
scared.
getting better. I'm
You're a
I'm
duck
tough.
man.
I'm toughening up a little bit.
You should play Resident Evil 2.
Yeah,
I'd watch
I
play
tried
that on
Resident Evil
stream.
1 first,
Yeah.
and then 2.
That game's not...
We'll work on it. I need.
That,
I
game,
always,
that game seems worse now that I've played 2.
I always need
time.
new games to play.
Because I'm the third on the list of this Resident Evil 2 train that's apparently going on.
Yep. Yeah,
Oh,
Oliver's
okay.
got 'em
Yeah, I'll be
from-
4. Okay, cool. Just pass it around. Community
Yep.
bike.
That's right.
That's right. Always to the left.
So I also played a lot of Anthem this week. I went in for the EA Origin Access trial thing, which cost me $5 for a month of EA Access, and has
Okay.
a 10-hour Anthem trial on there. 10 hours. More than enough time to finish the story and see not every piece of side content, but see every different activity, see everything the game kind of has to offer. I would really recommend you pay the $5 and play your 10 hours and then decide if you want to continue, because that game has some problems, has its fair share of issues. The long and the short of it is just kind of not fun to play. The combat is really unsatisfying, and it is the same. Like your number is going up, and the damage numbers are getting physically larger. You're doing 10 damage at the beginning of the game. You're doing 100 damage at the end of the game. But that is the only change in combat. Your abilities
Do not change.
do not change. That fireball that you have at moment 1 is that same fireball at the end of the game. Like, your guns are completely forgettable. They're just kind of broken down into archetypes where you're like, oh, an assault rifle, cool. Oh, a pistol, great. The abilities are not super fun to use. The core of that game, the flying
seems cool.
it's cool, but it turns out it's faster to just fall. If you want to go straight down, it's faster to just turn your jets off and fall.
Well, sure, but
It's-
you die.
But it's cool, but it doesn't let you like chain
Fucking
into it in a
pilot
way.
flying through the sky and be like, you know what's faster? And just fucking turn the engines off.
Turning your jets
Down.
off is kind of no. It would be way faster to point down and power up.
Sure.
But the flying, like, so there's one class that every class has a dodge, and there's one class who's like the melee class, so he has 3. You can go chain him.
Okay.
And the game is built in such a way that you're flying through these environments and you're going through waterfalls, and you gotta like stop and run through a river to get your cooling bonus so you can keep flying. And you want it to be like fast and snappy. And for example, you want to fly down and you're overheating, so you want to turn your jets off. And I'm gonna dash through the river 1, 2, 3. That's gonna be my cooling bonus. And then I just want to be flying again. I just want to go right back into it. But you don't.
That's how I picture this game.
No, there's like
Stop telling me things that are different.
There's a big, slow, like, okay, I need to stop. Now I can jump up. Now I can switch into my flying mode. Like, it's very, very mechanical. It's like you're shifting gears in a car almost. Like, it doesn't feel fast or fluid. And the world is just, it's super generic. Like, it is the one map that they had in the demo. That is the map. That is all there is. There are no... Like, I can't name a single identifiable landmark.
The waterfall.
There's a very big waterfall that looks like Niagara Falls that you fly under. But that's the only thing.
cool.
Like, even in Destiny, like, that fucking Earth Dome thing where you find that
It's
weird
fucking
AI
cool.
guy. Like, the weird waterfalls on Venus. Like,
milk waterfalls.
Yeah, like,
space milk.
and it's not totally fair to always just compare these two games, but I think that's where
Very similar
it
games.
inevitably
Oh, yeah.
goes. But
Yeah.
it is just the most generic, boring world, and that story is the standard cut and dried. Like, there's an enemy, he's called the Monitor. You shoot him and he goes away. Like, it is even more basic than like the most generic sci-fi. There kind of isn't even generic sci-fi. There's literally just, here's an enemy. He wants to control this thing called the Anthem of Creation, which is the light equivalent, the magic force that exists, and you shoot him and then he goes away.
That's what guns are for.
Yeah.
Make bad guys go away.
That story is about, I would say it's about 4 hours long if you just play through the missions. And then there's a chunk in the middle where the end is kind of gated off by they're called tombs. They give you 4 tombs, and you have to do a bunch of challenges to open them.
This particularly sounds really shitty.
Yeah. So they've when I played, it was not retroactive. It's things like get 50 headshots, kill 125 enemies with whatever melee, do grenade kills, whatever. It was not retroactive when I played, which was a real bummer.
So you saw the tombs, then had to go get your 50?
Yeah.
I see.
Yeah. They unlocked the tombs, and it was like, okay, you have 0-50, but I think they've since patched it retroactively. So if you have gotten 50 headshots up to there, then it checks off or whatever. That stuff wasn't a huge deal. It took me maybe like 2 or 3 hours to get that stuff done. And then the story's just over. Like, you really do that final mission is just shooting, just 4 or 5 minutes of shooting in a hallway, enemies spawning like they always have, and then that story is for real just over. You're like, oh, it is super disappointing. It's all presented in first person in the fort, and you have to walk through the fort really slow in a way that gives me flashbacks to Red Dead. Only in Red Dead I was sort of into it. In this I'm like, because you are literally taking the same path, and it is the static world, and it is never changing. You can talk to people on the way if you want, and they have a lot of dialogue to say, and occasionally you're making a choice, but I don't think they affect the world. They're simple things like, am I going to be snarky or am I going to be sincere?
Can I romance someone?
No, I don't think so. Not that I found. And a lot of those conversations, you are just getting rep for them. So you're either just standing there on this static screen, and this like static, not moving person is like their face is animated, but they are just standing completely still.
Yep.
Or then they're just spouting their lines at you, and then you get your rep. Or like me, you just start buttoning through it because they're long and not super interesting.
Time is rep.
Yeah, time is rep. There's about 5,000 currencies.
Fuck. That's my least favorite thing in any game.
The structure of it is so one of those tomb things is they want you to do. Before I even get into that, you unlock a thing called strongholds pretty early. It's a type of content where it's like, okay, it's a dungeon basically. 4 of us are going to go in. It's going to be pretty tough content. We're going to get in there. You unlock it, and it's like, okay, go do one. It gives you a mission. Hey, go try this stronghold you've unlocked. I did that stronghold, and I was power level 3 because I was very, very early. I got matched with a 460, a 250, and a 240.
Those are not high.
They're way higher than my 3.
Oh, yours. Oh, sorry.
Yes, and like there's a level attached to that too. But basically, it matched me at level 2 or whatever in with like level 20s.
Okay.
And just couldn't hang. Immediately got up, down I went. Immediately got up, down I went. Immediately got up, down I went. To the point where they just don't revive me after a while.
Sure.
Turns out
you can't even blame them.
Turns out, if you're in that down state and they're not coming to revive you, the only thing you can do is quit the game. Like, hard quit back to whatever. You can't get out of that mission.
That's pretty fucked.
Yep. There are multiple points in that game, so their gimmick is get orbs, put them in a thing.
Yep.
You usually need 6 to unlock them. If I hang on to an orb and then turn my controller off, the mission is... You can't complete that mission. The mission is over for everyone. I've just ruined it because I have the 5th. You need 6 orbs. I have the 6th. And... I'm a douchebag, so fuck you guys.
Yep.
I had that happen a couple times
Inbox getting flooded.
Everyone just quit the mission. What else? The world events was the hardest one. I couldn't get people to do the world events. I was in the world, in the free play with players, and world events are happening. But at the point I was at, which was like pretty high level, I feel, for the story. I wasn't struggling with the content by any means. I couldn't do the world events by myself. Couldn't do them. Couldn't get people to do them with me for the life of me. Had to eventually go on like our Discord and be like, "Hey, come on, help me out, boys."
Let's do it. Some of us don't have a Discord.
It's so disappointing, man. It's so disappointing, and like the constantly as we're matching with people, the level gap is insane. Is like. The people, literally max level people getting matched in with me at like level 2 or 3, and they're just mowing it all down, and I can't even keep up. They're killing things so fast. I'm like, well, this isn't fun. Or it's the inverse of it, where everything is so hard and I'm level 2 and can't do shit. I'm like, well, this is also super no fun. And it's a bad game. It's a huge bummer, man. It feels half finished.
That's a shame.
What happened to Edmonton?
This isn't even. I don't. My issues with the game are so core. It's not like, oh, well, in 6 months, they might patch it through and fix it all up.
Hey,
like
people said that about Destiny.
They are going to need something pretty amazing. Like that, if you're thinking about getting in, like I say, try that $5 10-hour thing, because that is more than enough time to finish everything in that game almost. And then maybe wait for their version of Taken King if this game and BioWare are still around in 8 months. Like, that's
bleak.
It is, I think, much worse than Mass Effect Andromeda. Having played Mass Effect Andromeda a few months ago,
impossible.
You see a lot of the roots. You see like where the combat and stuff came from, and they look very similar from that engine. But like,
the combat in Mass Effect, I thought was good.
It's pretty good, yeah. And the combat here is fine if uninteresting, I guess. But it's not the type of thing that like you would want to do for, you wouldn't just want to jump in and like, hey, well, let's just go like pop off some headshots.
Because that was the Destiny thing, yeah. The Destiny thing was like, it was fun, yeah. So even when what you were doing was a little repetitive, you were having fun doing the repetitive thing.
But like the minute to minute in here is just super unenjoyable. The loot grind, like the loot loop isn't even good. You're getting, all the bonuses are like 2% SMG ammo. Like little tiny stat increases that we all agreed years and years ago weren't fun. It's not fun to equip 5% more damage. It's not fun to equip 10% more ammo in my clip. Like, it is just the most. I'm looking for logic where maybe there isn't any. It is really disappointing.
There's not going to be a Mass Effect 4.
There's probably not going to be a Dragon Age 4. Like, I can't unless there is. Again, some Taken King thing, some huge expansion down the line that totally flips this thing over. But, like, I came off it really negative.
And because we keep going back to the Taken King. I feel like people are way more negative on this than people were on pre-Taken King Destiny.
I agree with that.
I feel like they have a bigger leap to make than Destiny did.
Totally. Because that shooting was always fun from moment one. The core of that game was at least fun to do.
It's debatably the best game of the year.
Yeah, Anthem is the biggest bummer. And,
Well, most disappointing, 28-19. There it is.
Yeah, sure.
Oh,
boom.
Lots of year
Locked
left.
it down.
It's pretty disappointing. Like, how the art direction is really good. To say something positive about it, those suits look fucking awesome. The way you can customize them is incredible.
Scatter rockets all pop individual numbers.
Yeah,
looks pretty good.
The art direction is amazing.
That's gotta be the highlight.
It sucks because, like, obviously, BioWare close to us, both literally and figuratively. Like, it is in our city. It is creating jobs in our city, in this industry that are not there otherwise.
And they've made some of our favorite games.
Yeah, you guys are big Mass Effect fans.
Totally. I love Dragon Age Origins. Baldur's Gate 2.
And like, it sucks
Knights
that
of the Old Republic.
that's what you guys are talking about, essentially, is that this might be the end of it.
I would be very surprised if it weren't. Because how long has it been since they've brought money into that studio?
Well, and the other thing is it's not even that it's like, oh, it's a shame they fucked this one up because they can't go make Mass Effect 4. I don't think they have anyone there like capable of making Mass Effect 4 anyway. So
No, it's
whether that's a staff turnover thing or a leadership thing or a creative direction thing,
all of
Mass
the above.
Effect 4 was never coming, regardless of the success of this.
No, that team is so far gone that it's just a huge bummer. Such a huge bummer.
We should make Mass Effect.
We should try and buy the rights to Mass Effect.
Yeah,
Make
it's
it
got to be
happen.
dirt cheap
Yeah,
right now.
probably pretty cheap. That's right.
Yeah, so it's a huge bummer. Buyer beware. And the reviews came out today and backed up my negative sentiments. So everyone who said I was just hating on it because it wasn't Destiny, go yourself.
Yeah, because you weren't even big on Destiny.
No.
So it's not, that wouldn't be a logical thing for you to do, because you, like I, were not super hot on Destiny.
Not super cold,
Yeah.
but not super hot. Yeah. No, it's...
This is
People
fucking good.
people are like... I don't know. Maybe I'm just a victim of the marketing, but it seems like there's a segment of people out there who are like insane for this game.
Oh, really?
It looks good. Like, when they presented it at E3, I thought, man, that looks like a cool game.
Yeah.
And-
It looks like Destiny a lot to me, so my initial thing was I probably won't get into it. Unless everyone gets into it around me and says, hey, it's great like Destiny was, and then I get into it and I enjoy it, right? But it's the way they present it is just, it looks like that flying thing looks cool.
Yeah.
But even when I watched you stream it, I said to you, I think, that I was like, the flying looks really cool right now, but I've only watched you play it for 10 minutes,
Yeah.
and I assume that it gets kind of trivial at a certain point.
Yeah, and it is cool the first time you do it. We're like, wow, this is neat. And then you realize there's nowhere to go in that world and nothing to do.
Yeah.
And it's the flying through water to cool yourself thing fucking sucks. Just let us fly all the time. Like, what the fuck? That's not a fun thing to do either.
Or make it like, I conceptually like the idea so much because I feel like the act of going through the water and having it cool your jets would be really satisfying. I just feel like maybe they needed to tweak the knob a lot more so that you were going through the waterfall a third as much as you are.
Yes. Or like...
Or maybe I'm wrong. Maybe no matter how they dial that knob back, you're never going to be like, okay, let's go get some water because I'm
Yeah,
almost... I'm out.
it's sort of... And like... it also leads to the situation where that world is just so fucking full of waterfalls that, like, there's water everywhere. Water everywhere.
There's no such thing as too many waterfalls, though.
I suppose. It's
It
not...
does-
The
world
old
would be a lot
adage
better.
from TLC comes to mind. Don't go chasing waterfalls.
You have to, though.
Don't do it.
Otherwise, you'll explode.
Yeah. Well, you just fall.
You know
just
what?
fall to the ground.
Do you know what it should have been? It should have been like Iron Man 3, I believe, where instead of going through waterfalls, just every time you overheated, you just like popped out of your suit and a new suit came and attached to
Picks
you.
you up. Okay. I'm in. This expansion sounded better and
Yeah,
better.
that would be dope.
Yeah, so they have their 90-day or their roadmaps out, and like it feels real half finished in the way that like Battlefield 5 does this year. Of like, oh, we're gonna get a guild system in 6 months. Oh, we're gonna get like social features in 90 days, like stuff that most
almost
video games.
Physically threw up, and I don't think it was because of that.
I
but
saw that. I think we have a throw
I
up
really-
garbage.
I
There is
really
a garbage in case of emergency in the corner.
Don't throw up in that garbage.
that's paper recycling.
Happens. Yeah, it's a huge bummer, but there it is. I feel like I need a break.
I'm gonna
I need a
pay
break.
my $5 and play it.
Yeah, do it. That's the way to do it. That's the way to do it. If you have to know for yourself, pay that $5. Please don't buy it.
Weren't
Also-
you guys, Eads, maybe, I don't know, maybe I read it wrong. Weren't you also kind of predicting that this might at some point be completely free to play?
They're gonna have to do something. I think
Like,
when
that might be
no
a
one
step that
buys
they
this
take.
game, yeah, they're gonna have to figure something out, or just shut the game down and cut their losses. Also, I finished the game before the day one patch, which is the fucking stupidest thing I've ever said on this podcast. Went back after the day one patch and like checked things out. It's about the same. And they did that thing where they let the people who paid the most in the earliest to beta test their servers that were down for that, and it like just
That's fucking shitty.
top to bottom. This thing
Every
is,
decision.
insane. There's microtransactions out the ass. You can skin your guns and your dudes, and it's
Yeah.
Do you think that specifically the pairing leveling issue where you were matching with max level guys at level 3, might that have something to do with you playing before proper release of that game?
it might have, and like those things they can fix. That's something they can absolutely change.
But at the same time, you're still doing the same
Yeah.
shitty action. It's just that now you're getting matched with players that are closer to you.
And probably bringing the enemy level up to a point where...
Yeah, I don't
get
know
one
what
shot.
I don't know what was going on in
Yeah.
that case, but it was so fucked because they specifically put that's your mission is go do this thing, and then you get in there and you're like, well, this is a bad experience. This is a bad time.
That sucks.
Yeah. Let's go for a break. We'll be back here in a couple minutes. I play it all in this audio. We'll see you on the other side of this musical break.
BioWare.
Good.
Bye. Oh.
Right back into it.
Let's do it.
I gotta pee.
And-
And I want to save this first half.
Just in case.
Yeah.
How's this news looking?
It's
There's
the
only
webcams.
one story.
It's the webcams keep disconnecting and reconnecting.
Man's got to see this Dead or Alive 6 stream, apparently.
Don't go chasing waterfalls. I don't know the rest of the words at all. I actually don't. I legitimately don't. I also thought that was Macy Gray for a long time. Had no idea.
Well. Oh, fellers.
Can't say that.
I 100% wouldn't have shown up to this if you wouldn't have told me yesterday.
Yeah, good. I'm glad I reminded you.
That's me too.
That's what that thing was in the chat yesterday, Warren.
Yeah, I told
He
him.
told me.
It was because it was Friday, briefly. I think it was because it was such a brief, like, you were doing it on Friday, and then said, never mind, I think we got it figured out for Sunday.
Oh, yeah.
My
Yeah.
brain just kept on Friday.
Hope we're not live.
What?
Getting shut down.
Man, they don't even they did 2 minutes of our Rock Band one.
Really?
I looked at it yesterday, and only 2 minutes of that 4-hour broadcast was silent.
Must have been my spoken word version of Dragula.
Yes.
So did the old Oilers win the game yesterday?
I did.
In dramatic fashion. I thought I was going to be so late because I stayed longer than I wanted to, and I was like, I can just watch that Facebook Live video later once it's completely done and get the audio that way.
Yeah.
And then I got upstairs, and it, game ended as I sat down on the computer. I'm like, fuck, I nailed that.
Well,
Nailed it. Although I was ripping that white mud. The old $1.20.
that's too fast.
On the
too
old
fast.
Whitey.
That is too fast. Well, we don't really call it that anymore.
What,
Can't
really?
say bean.
Don't say it.
I heard, what's his name?
Terry Bill and Steve. Barry Tillin.
No,
Okay, only one of those men worked there, sir. The other two are dead, first of all.
Is that true? That's not true.
No.
fucking
Should be.
Stephen Colbert said bean on his show.
The bad one?
Huh?
What in what way? How
I
did
don't.
you say
It was
Just
in
the
a
word.
way that you would have said it.
not in a derogatory sense though.
Is it?
Stop.
It's not a
Just
derogatory
stop.
word.
No, there
I
is.
know what you're
Is
thinking
there?
of, and I know
Yeah.
what you're thinking of, and they're different things. And
Oh.
both of you stop.
I thought that's where you're going with it. Was that
No.
he had said something that
No.
he should not have said.
No, he used
literally said the word bean.
Used
Good.
the-
He's a part of the Yep.
the culture, the bean culture.
Mm-hmm.
I hear it.
First half saved.
I hear it started in Atlanta.
I'm very nervous. I wonder which mics we were on for the exploit. I just changed them to the right ones. I wonder if it's been sounding real shitty the whole time.
Probably.
Nobody said anything.
Don't
I mean, the content's already garbage.
waterfalls.
Nobody said literally anything.
Oh, sweet prince, my ass hurts.
Why is your ass hurt, bro?
It's always about this time in the show.
Taking a pounding.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Man can't help it. Shows up to a podcast. Ass takes a pounding.
I like it in the butt.
Well,
You would love genital jousting.
There's 5.
Yes.
Alrighty, let's do part 2 of our show.
And then Thrush.
Yes. Let's. Whoa. Hey, Warren, did you know that your mic goes up? Spin this thing. This big plastic thing,
I'm always afraid because I don't
and
know
then
these things.
and then you can just lift it right up. Check that out.
What the fuck?
Telescopes up. Yeah. Oh,
Hey.
oh yes. Get that sucker up to your mouth.
The world we live in.
Get you a little more cord length.
Spectacular.
I was not prepared.
Stop. I'm turning you back up. Settle down. So you guys. Okay, talk a little now that you're.
Talking. Don't go chasing waterfalls.
Dope. That's way better. So much more on mic.
Yes.
Yeah.
I like to get right in there.
Did you guys see that Ja Rule performance last night?
I
Boy.
saw the
Boy.
when you know you're not relevant anymore thing.
Rough
Was
go.
it just crowd not feeling him or what?
Crowd was silent. They didn't give a fuck about it. One of the basketball players was like warming up while he was performing. They had the stage in the middle of the court, and he's just shooting threes like 10 feet away from him.
Who? What was he playing on?
At a basketball game, half court, or halftime in a basketball game, like an NBA game.
Yeah.
Oh Jesus!
And then his audio fucked up, or his DJ. He's like, "You guys ready to get it started?" And the crowd is like, yeah. He's like, "All right, DJ, you ready?" And then there's this long, and he's like, "I guess not." And he like turned around and like started like, "It's so great to be here in Milwaukee." It was so fucking so awkward. Somewhere Fitty was laughing.
I believe Eminem also took a jab at him in his most recent album.
He's friends with Fitty. That's
They're
all.
all buddies.
Yeah, follow the
I mean,
money.
just
Aftermath.
Come on, leave Ja Rule alone. He's an easy target. Even we could
he in-
fucking hit on.
Jennifer Lopez.
Was he in the first?
Kelly Rowland.
Was he in the first Fast and Furious?
Ja Rule?
Ja Rule?
I don't think so.
I believe you're thinking of Bow Wow.
I might be.
Bow
I
Wow?
might be thinking of Bow
Little
Wow.
Bow Wow.
I know I've seen Ja Rule in
I don't think Bow Wow was
some
in-
movies.
He was
Is he
in
in
Too
Gamer?
Fast.
No, that's not him either. I know I've seen him in movies.
Tokyo Drift. Which one is Tokyo Drift? Is that 2?
That's 3.
3.
He was
Yeah.
in that one.
Bow Wow?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, he had
And
the
right?
the Hulk truck, the Hulk van.
I think Too Fast, Too Furious. Or no, Tokyo Drift. Tokyo Drift is the only one that I've only seen one time.
The best
It's a good
one?
one.
You've only seen the best one
It's a
one
fucking good
time?
You've
I
grown
remember-
wiser.
I
You should watch
remember
it
seeing
again.
He is,
it
in
in
the, he is in the Fast and the
I'm
Furious.
too
Too fast for
Is he
y'all,
not?
Yeah.
man.
Ja Rule's in the Fast and the Furious.
The drama
Oh,
Oh,
team.
that's
know that.
right. Yeah, he's one of the in one of the other cars. When,
Yeah, he's like Mr.
Dig
Shithead
deep.
Racer, I
Whoop,
think.
whoop. I ain't playing around. Take one false move, I take you down.
That's what he says.
I'm not gonna lie. I wouldn't have known who Ja Rule was by sight.
No.
I think the
His
only
voice is
reason I
very
know
recognizable,
was
though.
I believe someone at one point went, "Oh, that's fucking Ja Rule." Like,
In the
"Oh."
movie.
Yeah, as I was watching. No, yeah, in the movie, yeah. in
Where
character.
you walk, where you move. There it is.
I'm a cop. It's about family.
It's about family.
It's about family.
You say you a wankster. Okay.
Let's read the news. Speaking of family, gentlemen, the Nintendo family is losing its Reggie. Reggie's retiring. 15 sexy years, Reginald. I don't
Reggie's
know if
ready.
his full name is Reginald, but
Doesn't
Probably
matter,
checks out.
really.
It's gotta be.
I'm,
Gotta be.
I'm certain he would not let you call that to him in
no,
his face.
definitely not. This is the ending of an era. I remember Reggie's first appearance. I remember seeing it, and his last. All of Reggie is in my living memory.
Right.
It is.
I don't think I watched Reggie when he. I wasn't following video games on that level when Reggie debuted.
Yeah, I definitely didn't know who or what he was, but because
fair.
he's very big, you
Right.
see. But yeah,
I was confused at the sight of him.
I was enough until like, oh, the new Halo's gonna be here.
Yeah.
And that was enough. But
Yeah.
he came out that first. I watched recently for the show. I watched his first E3 2004 when he shows up and says, "My name is Reggie. I'm about kicking ass. I'm about taking names, and we're about making games."
That's right. And everyone was like, oh my god, Nintendo's a super serious game
They said
platform.
ass. They brought out this wrestler. He's great.
He's great.
He
I trusted everything he said.
Yes, he like the memes around him. He was unfazed by them. He became them.
Oh, yes.
His body. He owned.
Attached the memes to his body.
Yes.
And became more.
He owned My Body Is Ready. He owned the Reginator.
Yeah.
You remember that E3 where they did the Robot Chicken thing?
No, I remember the one where he pulled out the
years ago.
fucking DS out of his pocket.
And it was the littlest, tiniest thing in his giant mitt.
Yeah, we're like, what is that? Like 3 inches long?
What is he got, a USB stick? Was that an SD card in his hand?
Then he like hands it to the stagehand, and the guy's got it with like 2 hands.
Reggie is giant.
What's the
And,
body is ready thing? What is that?
that was for, was it the balance board?
Yes. Well,
Pull it up.
I can't remember. Yeah.
I'll
Yoga?
just pull the clip up even. I'm
Yoga
sure if I
training?
just put My Body Is Ready.
We should watch a best of
Be
Reggie.
careful now.
I did watch a best of Reggie. Oh yeah, look at that, 20 seconds. I'm just gonna do the old phone to the mic and see how this goes.
What we call a body check on somebody. So today, I think we'll do it with Reggie. Hi.
It is the balance board.
My body is ready.
There you go.
There you go.
And that just
That became a meme.
Okay. All right,
Yeah.
I can see that.
Yes, and
Sure.
then just imagine pictures of Reggie like staring creepily at the camera with "My Body Is Ready" written all over it. It became greater than
I've heard that saying before, and I don't know if I ever knew that that's where it came
it's
from.
right up there with Ridge Racer.
Reggie's got a lot of good ones because he was so. He didn't seem like he belonged
No, at
where
all.
he was.
He especially because he's always on stage with Japanese executives who,
Yeah.
on average, are quite short.
Yes.
And he's so big. I think he came from Pizza Hut, Canada.
Oh, yeah,
I think,
that's right.
was what it was.
Yeah.
Little known fact: he can actually flip an entire pizza with just his hand. It's as big as the pizza paddle.
I don't doubt
Straight
that.
out of the oven too.
Yep.
Doesn't need an oven mitt.
Um.
Hopefully, he'll come back to Pizza Hut and make their pizza less shitty.
Yeah. We need you back, Reggie. Oh my God, have we never needed you more than
That'd
now?
be great. It'd be a good. He'd be like
I don't
the
know what
Papa John
happened.
of Pizza Hut.
Pizzones will finally be good again.
Well, I mean,
I haven't had a
Pizzone's
Pizzone in a long time.
Pizzone's never got bad. They just
People made
they could
better.
be better. They could be better.
Yeah.
Yeah, because Pizzone's tapered off.
Yeah.
So it's a very I don't know. It's not a sad thing, but it is the ending of an era. Doug Bowser is the man taking over. Doug Bowser is
Brilliant.
now the president of Nintendo America.
I feel like this guy is there just as a body. That there's actual minds that deserve and are going to be doing this job.
We need someone with a name Bowser. Anyone got a Mario name?
Check the staff list.
That's
if
right.
they have. Oh, there he is. Boom. Let's bring him up, and he'll be our picture.
Tim Peach and Doug Bowser. Doug Bowser.
Fuck that. I'm changing my name to Mario Luigi Wario.
That's pretty good.
Gonna be the next whatever
pretty
the
good.
fuck job this guy has.
And that is all.
President of Nintendo
All right,
America.
I'm gonna be the
But
next
that is
president.
what is that? What is the president of Nintendo America? Is he a just an on-screen figure, or do you think he's in the boardroom making calls?
I
I
would
don't
guess
know.
boardroom making calls.
You think so?
Oh yeah.
You think Reggie was fucking like, this DS needs to be fucking bigger so I can get my mitts on it?
What does any CEO or what does Bobby Kotick actually do?
No, and that's what I'm saying.
Right,
Is Reggie any different than a Bobby Kotick?
I doubt it. I don't know. There's a lot of bad press around Bobby Kotick right
Yeah,
now,
is
but
a less
I doubt it.
intolerable figure.
I don't know.
Right.
I doubt it. I'm sure he is business. His skills are in business. You know,
Right.
he wasn't making pizzas at Pizza Hut. He's probably not making video games at Nintendo.
Right.
But all
Is
that,
that just like Warren said, where he's like, well, this Doug Bowser, you got a guy named Doug Bowser, because all you got to do is fucking get out there and be Doug Bowser. We're not
Yeah.
asking you to fucking reinvent the wheel.
And like that gets your story shared. Like it gets you press.
Yeah.
Just the name alone. Like one of the guys at work who is significantly older than me, who does not play any video games, did an entire show topic and came in and was like, "Did you guys hear that the new guy from Nintendo's last name's Bowser?"
Yeah.
Like it's getting to those people that are just like, "Ha! What are the chances?" Where I feel like there's no chances. They knew what they're doing.
he changed his name.
That guy's last name's not Bowser.
He,
Yeah, that too.
Yeah.
It's not even his legal name.
so he's an ex-EA executive.
Fred Donkey
good.
Kong.
Yes, take that.
That's
how
who
you
you
will.
want to be there.
And what does he do? What does Reggie actually do? He's the face of the company.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
And that's what I think. I think he's very much you need to get out there and people need to buy you. Like,
Yeah,
people need to
100%.
get be on board with everything you say. That is your skill set.
Has this guy, has he ever done presentations? Have we seen him publicly speak?
We might have.
Because
I
both literally
haven't looked
and
it up,
figuratively, there are big shoes to fill, is what I'm hearing right now.
That was queued up. I was waiting for you to finish talking. Yeah, he has a huge act to follow. How do you follow Reggie? Like, he's got his work cut out for him.
That's a big shadow.
Doug has to be very likable to not. I'm trying to think of one more, but I get lost in
He's
on the
gonna have to try and one up him.
shoulders. Okay, okay.
That's pretty
Is
good.
that what we're doing?
That was
All
pretty
right.
good.
Well, if we just want to turn the show into garbage,
Might
can.
have to practice a Koopa times.
What?
Reggie's got a big cock.
like the rest of them. Yes,
Yeah.
I'm sure.
So long, Bowser.
And then but Doug Bowser put that great picture of him saying like, "Well, hey, thanks for the warm welcome" or whatever in the office, and Mario and Luigi are like wrapped up with an N64
And
cable.
all the villains are there too.
Yeah.
All the baby Bowsers, the Koopa, the Goomba.
So this is a hostile takeover
It
of
seems
Nintendo.
like it. Yes.
Fuck yeah.
Well, I wish
Bowser
him the
has
best.
escaped the game into the meta world, and
And this is just the form he's taken?
yeah,
Oh,
a
shit.
human.
Does
He's
he
like,
have nipples?
They told me Satan would be handsome.
Haven't
We'll
seen him
find
yet.
out.
I look forward to seeing you at E3, Doug. Good luck.
Yeah, no
Bust out
kidding.
your nipples.
Good luck, brother.
It's Nintendo. I bet you he's fucking killer. Like
Yeah.
they would not find like out of all the
He's
people
just
to
got to
choose
be.
for.
He's just got to be likable.
Exactly.
Is kind of, and I think you don't ever really know until he gets up on stage,
Yeah.
and it all depends on what he's announcing too, right?
Sure.
So
I
he's
feel like no matter what this guy does, he's not. And I legitimately don't know anything about Reggie. I've never, outside of one E3 that I kind of remember him doing something that I was like, this guy's all right.
Yeah.
And just kind of getting that start thing. It sounds like no matter what this guy does, he's never ever going to live up to what Reggie brought to the table.
Could be
say
something
never.
different.
Never, yeah, he could do a totally different thing, right?
But I
Maybe-
feel like as far as the fans are concerned, they're still going to be like, man, I wish Reggie was here right now.
it'll always, for a while,
Yeah.
it'll always be like that.
Yeah.
But we wish him the best. It's not like he's passed away or anything. Also, he's retired. I'm sure he's going to play golf,
Yeah.
and live very wealthily.
What if it's all work? What if it truly is Bowser taking over and it's just like
I was
at
sort of
E3,
thinking about that.
Reggie's like tied up in a corner and breaks free and busts on the stage and
He
Right,
comes
like-
out in a Mario outfit.
takes him down.
Yeah.
Jumps on his head and that's the end of it.
Reggie
Starts
comes out
by-
to do his. Reggie comes out to do the E3 press conference and was like, "What the fuck? We thought Reggie retired." And then boom, stunner by Doug Bowser. Reggie's
right.
down. Somebody comes out and counts it.
Sign me up.
Yep.
I'm in.
Reggie take a bump. Great sell from Reggie. There was a Dead or Alive 6 stream at Evo. I believe this would have been last weekend, the weekend before the one that just happened in podcast time.
Oh, during Nerd Olympics.
During Nerd
Yes.
Olympics. Yeah. So I guess Dead or Alive 6 is coming up. For anyone who doesn't know, Dead or Alive is a fighting game where, what's
You're
the
a
guy's
pretty
name?
lady.
You're there. You don't have to. I think there are male fighters.
Yeah, I'm sure there's pretty men as well.
You're on an island. Who owns the Famed Douglas bought an island and had martial arts tournaments on it, I believe, maybe.
Sure.
But Dead or Alive has spun off into like
I was
volleyball.
gonna say I thought it was a volleyball game.
It has spun off into the Dead or Alive I think Dead or Alive Extreme is the fighting game, but they're all in bikinis, maybe.
As you would be.
I don't really.
beach.
Scantily clad ladies has been a thing in Dead or Alive forever. So they're showing off Dead or Alive 6, which I guess is coming up. Started by showing the game. Looks very normal. And then it starts showing the game, and there are models out who are just these pretty Japanese ladies, and they're like fairly clothed, all things considered. They show the game, cut back to these models, and they have ripped their tank tops to show off their cleavage and bras and like panties. They ripped their skirts and things. And every time they cut back to the models, they are getting less and less and less clad. And like these two models are, I watched the stream for science. These two models they're supposed to be playing up the sexuality aspect. So they're supposed to be like, bouncing around and doing stuff like that. But it is just like the most cringe-worthy, like even on the standards of models on a stage trying to act like that, even by that metric, it is just like, oh my god, what is happening? Like, it is unbearable to watch, and it goes on forever.
Yeah.
And so, anyways, that got started off to a right, and then they were doing like trying to shot for shot replicate the boob and butt physics from the game so they're like, here's the boobs bouncing in the game, here's the model trying to, here's the game, here's the game.
Yeah.
How accurate was it?
Not very great, not
No?
good.
That's a whole other issue.
Yeah, the game seems a little unrealistic, maybe. And then they're showing
I
off.
don't know if people are going to that game for the realism.
They're showing off the photo mode, and the fucking producer of the game, is the one doing it. And he is pausing these photos. It's like a suplex. Somebody is grabbing someone, they go up in like this big up in the air suplex and bring them down. And he is pausing the game in such a way that it looks like these two characters are having sex.
Yeah.
And like keeps like pausing, unpausing, trying to get it just right so that like
This producer of this franchise is me at 6 years old.
Yep. And so they're doing this. A few minutes later, stream just cuts to black.
Yep.
Just cuts. Like mid-word, cuts, goes to black. Stream comes back on with Mark Julio, the director of business over at Evo.
Yep, he's wearing a bikini.
Yeah, very sexy. No, he is like, he puts the headphones on. I forget who's sitting. Tasty Steve is beside him, who is a very famous fighting game commentator. One of my favorites. Tasty Steve is sitting there just with his fucking head down, no headphones, no mic, just looking at the table. And Mark comes out and says, I just want to get on stream and apologize on behalf of the Evolution Championship Series. The stuff that was on stream just recently from one of our partners does not reflect, of course, the content and intention of Evo. We do apologize if we offended anyone during the broadcast.
Yeah.
So Dead or Alive 6 literally ran the Evo stream into a black cutoff.
No.
Something tells me Dead or Alive game's not going to be at Evo for a while.
Yeah, I mean, there's
Angry partnerships there.
I'm surprised that these games are even still getting made. Like, what? Who? Why?
I'm sure there's a huge market for it still.
But like,
even as a fighting game, there is still a pretty big, not as like a weird, creepy, sexy ladies thing, as just a pure fighting game. I think there's a pretty big scene for it still. They're all like for every fighting game, there's a little, not little, but there's a community. Sure. So there's the Dead or Alive folks and the Soul Calibur folks and the Mortal Kombat folks.
And there is a tremendous amount of really creepy people, as the internet shows.
Yes. You at home should go and look at some of this stuff for yourself, because it is
okay.
It is hard to like imagine, but
guess,
watching it is a whole nother thing where you're just like, what the
maybe
fuck?
I'm more surprised that they went the way that they did to show this game off. That might be what I'm trying to say, is that you're going to get those creepy people. They know what this game is. It's the, sixth in this franchise? If they're in that community, they know what it is.
Yeah, totally.
You can look at the cover art and you know what game that is going to be.
Maybe you're trying to bring new people in and they're like, wow, there's a lady, I can see this lady's bra. Look at this fighting game with these ladies. I can see their bra.
That could also be why you do it that way, though, where you're like, this is what people want. This is our identity. Is fucking photo modes and bikini girls.
Sex sells. Sell it.
It feels like we're back in the 90s. It feels like we're back in the 90s.
But we never left.
Where, it's good. Yeah. Video game companies are going to start shit-talking each other again.
There's readily available porn all over the internet.
Oh, it's
true.
so readily available.
It's real people.
I guarantee there's even readily available Dead or Alive porn. I guarantee it.
If there's Overwatch stuff, there's guaranteed to be, you name it.
But what if I play Overwatch, or what if I play Dead or Alive 6?
Oh, it's out there.
For the characters, like for the character development. And
you want to know? I want to know, what is Fame Douglas? How big is the prize pool? Does Fame Douglas still have his island? Is Fame Douglas alive?
Yeah.
What are these ladies fighting for?
Who taught her how to do a suplex?
What was her job before she was a Dead or Alive fighting championship?
Exactly.
Fighter? Like these are all important questions to ask.
I think some of them are Ninja Gaiden characters. Maybe I'm totally out to lunch here, but I think there might be some overlap, or maybe I don't know. Maybe Ninja. Ryu? Is that the ninja's name? Maybe Ryu.
Why are you looking at me? Don't act like I play this game.
As our local Ninja Gaiden expert, what is the ninja's name?
It is Ryu.
It is Ryu. Yeah, okay. It's Guy Den.
Yeah.
Den of guys.
Yeah, I got a bunch more layoff news. You guys want to?
Oh, I love layoff news.
You want to get into that?
No.
Favorite.
Coming off of Blizzard Activision's 800 people laid off. We'll get through this pretty fast. EA's Australian mobile studio is called Fire Monkeys. They're not hit with layoffs yet, but have apparently the staff has been warned it's coming. Makers of Real Racing 3, The Sims Freeplay, and Need for Speed No Limits. Those are all mobile games that I've never touched.
Heard of?
I've heard of Need for Speed No Limits and The Sims Freeplay.
Not me.
I've never heard of Real Racing, but there are 3 of them, so they must be good. And Real Racing 4 got canceled as a part of this. Was in development, canned. I know. I'm shocked as well. They say that 40 to 50 of their 200 jobs are going to be affected, and apparently that is about 10% of all game development in Australia. So
that's not good. They're not making very many games over there.
It's not looking real great for the Australian dev scene right now. And then ArenaNet, the folks who made Guild Wars and Guild Wars 2, and haven't put anything out since Guild Wars 2 and its expansions. The last one of which was in September 2017. They got a bunch of layoffs coming as well.
Sad times.
Yeah. Real rough.
Hardships of the industry.
Real rough. Everybody talk amongst yourselves while I get the voicemail set up.
Everybody buy video games.
But not Anthem. Or Dead or Alive 6, apparently.
And don't buy one copy and share it among 3 people on a podcast. Now 4.
That's totally fine. As long as you continue to pre-order games.
True.
Sign up for the betas.
Mm-hmm.
Do your microtransactions. Make sure you pay your developers that
Buy
way.
the DLC.
Yeah,
That's right.
DLCs.
Get all them cosmetics.
Yeah, for sure.
Loot boxes.
Maybe even buy an extra DLC just in case the first one you
Fucks
have,
up.
Yeah.
You have too much fun with
Buy
it.
it for a
and-
friend.
2 profiles.
Yeah, that's
Double
right.
the DLC.
Coin
That's right.
doublers. If it's got a coin doubler, you got to have a coin doubler.
Always double your coins.
All right, I believe I'm prepared.
Thank God.
Podcast at talkingreckless.com is the email address. Or you can drop these voicemails on our Discord. You know, it's a way easier way to find links to all these stuff now. You just go to talkingreckless.com. You want to go to the Discord? You just press the Discord button. Take you right there. Take you right there. Just go to talkingreckless.com. You find everything. Everything. Or write them into podcast. Talkingreckless.com or drop on the Reddit r/talkingreckless. We're going to see if this voicemail from CJ works.
We didn't test this.
It's not working yet.
Keep filling time, boys.
Coin triplers, if there are any.
Oh, yes.
No,
yes.
Have we
not-
considered
I was in
coin
IKEA.
quadruplers?
Oh.
particular hellscape, and I thought,
No, don't spoil it.
Okay. All right.
Start that over again.
Okay, I got him. Nope.
Right.
Nope.
Well.
Hey,
Caller,
Okay, all right,
caller,
okay.
start over.
Caller, go ahead.
Matt, Kevin, Brando, Oliver,
Oh,
the general Talking Reckless crew,
that's mean.
CJ here. I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
I was in IKEA, and I was walking around that particular hellscape, and I thought, this would make a great Hitman level. So my question to you guys,
That would make a
what
great
also would make great Hitman levels? Have a good one. Bye.
Bye, Siege. Thanks for your call.
You're mean.
Thanks, caller.
I'm going to say, like Disneyland.
Oh.
Yeah.
All right.
Theme
Since,
parks would be pretty great.
I was gonna pick the West Hampton Mall theme. I was gonna keep it local.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay.
Water park. Same
Yeah,
idea.
yeah.
Be a lot
Yeah.
of drownings. Be a lot of drownings in the water park.
You just go up to anyone and just.
Yeah.
Or like unscrew a section of the slide so
What
that
ab-
Oh yeah.
What about
That's
like
a good one.
my favorite shit in Hitman is always the really dumb costumes and like the roles he has to play.
Disneyland.
Yeah, as going as the mascots or like. I just want him to dress up as. What if he goes to an anime convention and has to dress up as Goku?
Sure.
I just want
Sure.
Agent 47 to
Comic-Con.
say to be like Kamehameha in his deadpan, and people are like, oh, it's amazing! He said the line!
said
Oh my
it.
god, he said it!
sports games.
Yeah, like the Super
Football.
Bowl. Yeah.
They kind of did racing, I guess, but
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
but you could do like a hockey game or like Super Bowl.
That'd be a fun one. You
Yeah,
could be
going
like you could be the
backstage and underneath the arena.
cold beer guy.
Yeah.
Or during
Cold-
like a
cold
like
beer.
a concert.
Oh, yeah,
Actually,
concert?
yeah.
Quietly whispers
Get your
cold beer.
beer
Yeah.
Cold beer.
People all the way across the stands are like, "Hey, over here!"
I'll be with you in a moment.
Fucking chucking beers.
Cold beer.
And then you think of all the empty cans you could get to throw around as distractions
Yep.
after that. Be great.
Wrestling.
Wrestling event. WrestleMania.
Yeah. Shit, you could do a lot of good stuff with
I want him
that.
to be a wrestler.
No.
That'd be,
Actually-
Good.
there'd be like probably 5 or 6 different wrestler ones you could be. You could be
The
the ref.
360 one had like a cage fighting level where you got into the cage as a MMA fighter with a mask on of some sort.
Absolution.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
remember the guy's bodyguard was a wrestler.
Yeah, no, there was definitely. I don't think it was wrestling. I think it was a MMA style UFC fight. But yeah, that'd be great if you could like. I'm Rey Mysterio, 619.
Yeah.
Nope.
Just totally butchering all the catchphrases.
That's-
Woo. The nature boy himself, my God.
Woo.
Yeah,
What about
we
like
need
a
licenses.
ski resort?
That'd be fun. Have they not done?
Maybe they have. I've only
Not
played
ski.
I've only played the most recent 2.
Have they not
They
done
did
a
that,
ski
like,
resort
that
in the most
yoga-
recent one? Oh, that's what I'm thinking
Yeah,
of.
like
Yeah,
it was a cold
Yeah.
area with a hill, but it wasn't a ski
Hokkaido
proper. Yeah, what else? IKEA would be pretty good.
Oh yeah,
I like the IKEA idea.
yeah.
Like hide under beds.
People-
Shit.
IKEA does fucking suck.
People
dude.
get alarmed if you walk the way the arrows aren't pointing.
Yeah,
Their little
everyone-
detection
their little-
thing starts filling up. Like,
Oh,
stop that! Stop that!
man. He doesn't know unless you get the manager's uniform. Then you can fucking walk
Yeah,
whatever way
you
you want.
do whatever the fuck you want.
Arguing couples
Yeah.
that are just sitting there fighting over what fucking
Over
furniture
the,
to buy.
the
Yeah.
Bjorn scar that
Yeah.
they need to get for the kitchen.
You can fucking hide in like a foot ottoman and then just like pop out when someone's gonna put their feet up and haul them in.
I like get a light breeze to blow on one of the dressers and it falls over because they're so shittily built and it kills somebody.
What about a zoo?
I'm surprised they haven't.
Yeah,
yet.
a real big zoo.
Zoo would be
seems like a
great.
good
yeah.
one.
Yeah.
You like free the snake.
You could like put
You
like
snake eat
hashtag.
someone. Yeah.
a cut of
No ways
meat in
in one.
somebody's back pocket and then like let the tiger out.
Oh yeah.
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 Though getting Hitman with any like existing license would be dope.
Yeah.
The wrestling thing would be so fucking
pretty
stupid.
sweet.
It would be just perfect. Just
No.
Pretty
perfect.
sweet.
That's the WWE 2K20, the game we've all wanted,
Yep.
is actually just this weird Hitman spinoff. I have another email that I
Okay.
pulled from Chance. So Chance wrote in a few weeks ago, and he and his friends got together and pulled a bunch of series and compared the length of the series, the length of gameplay, to the length of cutscenes.
Okay.
And has gone here and crunched the math. Now there's a bit of a blurb. A lot of things were disqualified for various reasons. But I do have some length numbers here.
Kingdom Hearts 3 on this list.
Yes, it is. The
Okay,
whole
good.
Kingdom Hearts series. You want to start at Kingdom Hearts?
Let's start at the Kingdom Hearts.
All right, perfect. Kingdom Hearts 1? Mm-hmm. Oh, no. My
Yep.
list has become fucked up. Kingdom Hearts 1, I believe, is 27 hours long
Uh-huh.
with 4.66 hours of cutscenes.
That's not bad.
That gives it a ratio of 0.17. That's not bad. 17%
Yeah,
cutscene. Kingdom Hearts 2,
Yeah.
32 hours long, 13 hours.
Okay, that's getting closer.
41% cutscene. It's about half.
Three's the banger.
3 apparently only 34% cutscene.
Really?
Yeah,
I would have thought 3 was like
27.5.
50-50.
So again, I don't know where they get their numbers from, but they have Kingdom Hearts 2 being 5 hours longer than Kingdom Hearts 3. So maybe that's not.
checks out for
Okay.
me.
Okay.
Yep. How about Metal Gear? You got Metal Gear on there?
Oh, do I have Metal Gear on here?
Is that the one we end with, or is it too early for that one?
Oh, there's no
There's no
real
really?
one.
Okay.
No, it's just kind of interesting stuff.
Yeah, okay.
And sorry, my formatting got a little fucked on the phone. Let's see. The original Metal Gear for the MSX, 3.5 hours long, with a third an hour. What is that? 20 minutes of cutscenes. That's barely anything. That's 9%. That's 9% cutscenes. That ain't shit.
Who the fuck cares about
Not
the
even
MSX?
not even a fucking Metal Gear game at that
Yeah.
point.
Where's Metal Gear Solid here? Okay, Metal Gear Solid, 11 and a half hours long, 4 hours of cutscene.
Woo!
That's a good one.
Not bad.
Yeah.
That's
a good-
35% cutscene.
Good
Yep.
start.
Metal Gear 2, 13 hours long, 41% cutscene. Metal Gear 3, 16 hours long, only 27% cutscene.
Okay, that makes
Which
sense.
Metal Gear did we play? Or that
3.
That was
Yeah,
3.
that was 3.
Yeah.
that didn't take 16 hours.
No, it took less.
Way
we were
less.
less than 10
Way
hours
less.
to beat that.
Yeah,
thing.
but I think they're probably doing like an average playthrough, not
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think
people who know how to play it.
yeah.
and-
I'm sure they went on like how long to beat and took
Yeah.
the average. Metal Gear 4.
This is
I have Metal Gear 4 built at 18 and a half hours. That one I feel like that seems way too long.
I'm trying to remember the first time I played it. If it was
Let's say like 14 maybe. But anyways, they have it at 18 and a half hours with 8 hours of cutscenes. So
Jesus.
41% cutscene. I think it might be more like 50 to
Yeah.
55%
4 was the one.
cutscene.
4 was the one that I remember being like I'd walk into a new room and get another fucking 40 minutes of cutscenes.
Yeah,
and then
literal
do one-
40-minute cutscenes.
Yeah, and then do one fight and get another half hour.
Oh,
and
they're so good.
they are very good. That game is very good because it is a lot of cutscenes.
Let's see what other series we have. I've got Yakuza. Let's see if there's any high numbers here. Yakuza has huge numbers. Yakuza 1, 48% cutscene. Yakuza 2, 30%. Yakuza 6, apparently 68%. 19 hours long, 13 hours of cutscene,
That's what I like to hear.
That's good.
which is bonkers.
Is that the winner?
68%. I think that might be the highest. And again, just I know people are going to write in. This is not my math. This is Chance. You can forward all complaints to Chance. We got some
Does he have
Xenoblade, but those
Asura's
aren't too bad.
Wrath on there?
So he specifically mentions games like Asura's Wrath and
Yeah.
visual novels are disqualified because
Right.
what is gameplay, what is
What is,
cutscene.
yeah, gotcha. Makes sense.
And I think he disqualified Mass Effect as well because you count the dialogue. Do you count the dialogue wheel?
Yeah,
you
how
know?
much of the dialogue do you want? Yeah.
So yeah, he's got a whole write up. There's Red Dead is in here somewhere. Let me find Red Dead.
Well, I guess, yeah. And then how much of the side content do you...
You seem to be scrolling a lot. How many games are on this list?
He's got the Red Dead series, the Kingdom Hearts series, the Xenoblade series, Yakuza, and that's it. It's just a very vertical list. Red Dead Revolver, which I've never actually played. Apparently 7 hours long with 45 minutes of cutscene. It's 11% cutscene.
It's a good ratio.
No way.
Red... Does this math check out?
We
yes, it
want
does.
more cutscene?
Maximum cutscene.
Maximum cutscene.
Red Dead Redemption,
Uh-huh.
about 20% cutscene. They build a length at 18 hours with 3.75 hours of cutscene. That checks.
Seems low,
It's,
I think.
it's probably pretty close to what I put in.
All right.
Red Dead Redemption 2, they bill at 45 hours long
Okay.
with 16.5 hours of cutscene, making it 37% cutscene. I'd believe that.
Yep,
That's probably
that sounds right.
checks out.
Seems good, yeah.
Yeah. It seems like 40% cutscene are most of the games I like. I apparently am a 40% cutscene man. It turns out. Let's see. Ranking. Okay, here's the ranking for the main series, weighted based on length of each game. The most cutscene per gameplay is Kingdom Hearts, with 0.31. Red Dead is close after with 0.30, although that one is super bastardized because Red Dead 2 weighs it way down. Yakuza with 0.28. Metal Gear Solid, not Metal Gear, with 0.26, and Xenoblade with 0.20.
Not bad.
And not that the Kingdom Hearts cutscenes are particularly good either.
No, one is definitely not in one. They're not bad. They're not terrible.
Yeah.
And they have like a star-studded cast though, which is always super fun to hear some of those voices.
And those cutscenes do get better
Yeah.
later.
Hayden Panettiere blows my goddamn
Who
mind.
knew, hey?
Huh, I didn't know.
Kyrie.
She must have been like 8 when she recorded that. She must have been younger than Kyrie is in that game.
Probably.
What game is this?
Kingdom Hearts. Simple and clean. I don't
What year did that
remember.
come out?
2005.
So, yeah, she would have been
She would have been pretty old by
yeah,
then.
way over 18.
What? How
She was a
old is
kid when
Hayden?
Remember the Titans came out.
How old is Hayden?
She was like 8 or 9
Compared
then.
She
to me.
was 16 for season 1 of Heroes.
Yeah.
That was like a million years ago.
That would have been around that
Oh,
time.
It was
2004, 2005.
She's 29. She's 2 years older than me. So in 2005, yeah, she would have been
15.
89 to
14.
2005. Oh yeah, so
16.
she would have been exactly Kyrie's age.
I don't know how old Kyrie is.
Yeah.
Supposed to be
Not an expert like you.
Oh yeah, 14. Riku's 15. Riku's a year older. I don't know if you knew that.
They've got this tension amongst them, and
I know.
they never
Sexual
really flush
tension.
that out.
No, they're talking about like, let's race, and whoever wins gets to share this fruit that binds their destiny to Kyrie. But we're
Yeah.
not even going to talk to Kyrie.
Yeah,
We're just,
we're not-
fucking- we're
yeah.
just- her destiny is not in her own hands.
No.
Podcast at talkingrecords.com is the email address where you can drop your emails. You can drop your voicemails over on our Discord, which you can find by going to our website, talkingreckless.com. That's it. Come join us on the Twitch. I stream every darn day. Twitch.tv/talkingrecklesspodcast. Listen to our brother show, Satpod, satpod.podbean.com. And we're gonna have there's gonna be some announcements I think next week. There's gonna be some new content.
Is this
to talk about next week?
This is a March 1st thing.
This is a March 1st thing. Yeah,
Ooh.
we'll see. We'll see if it comes together. I'm waiting on some moving pieces.
Question:
Go ahead.
Am I in the new content?
Not as of right now.
Excellent.
Yes. Don't worry. It's only on me.
Okay.
I didn't sign anyone up for stuff unknowingly. Don't worry.
You heard it here first. Matt Eads is going to exclusively play Fortnite for the next 4 months.
Wow. We were supposed to save that, but I guess it's out there now. So don't even tune in next week because you already know what's coming.
I really enjoy going in there and asking you if you play Fortnite.
Hey, do you play Fortnite?
That's my new favorite thing to do.
Sometimes. I always give a real diplomatic. I'm like, well, I have played it. It's a very well-made game. It's just not for me. Yeah, that's it. We'll see you here in a week. Thank you, Kevin, for putting up with us, for giving your entire weekend over to D&D and podcasting. And Brando as well. Thank you very much. Mr. Barris, similarly, thank you to you.
Thank you for listening, CJ.
And
Give me a
Chance,
nice shout out.
who wrote in as well. Oh, yeah, CJ. Yeah.
You should have said thank you to Chance and not CJ.
Yeah, that would have been.
Nope.
And thank you, listener at home. We're going to see you here in exactly 7 days' time. It'll be episode 263 of the Talking Reckless podcast. We'll see you then. I gotta get some of these crackles out for next time.
I feel like those last ones were me.
It's
Yeah, they
it's
were- I think
anytime
they were
anyone
all that
touches.
one.
Like 2 of the chords are bad, and 2 of them are fine. I just gotta figure out where the bad ones are. Well, thanks very much for listening, everybody. Oh, stop.
I didn't even know I was
My
doing
ears.
that.
Dear
Sorry.
Lord. Thank you very much for listening, everybody. We sort of don't like a chat when we do this because it's a audio podcast that goes out on iTunes and
right.
Spotify and Google Play and all over the internet. Subscribe if you like what you heard. Listen to the podcast. I forgot we're on Twitch. Go and listen to our RSS feed. Subscribe to that which is free and get our podcast every Monday. Thanks very much. And thanks to Max if you're watching for the host. Ta-ta, friends. See you tomorrow. Love, 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 love.